All right, hello everyone. Sorry for taking a few minutes there. I just wanted to run the air conditioner as much as I could before I started the stream. So, welcome back to my Dragon Age Origins playthrough. I know I was away, I was out of town last week, so there's a little bit of a gap. But we are back. We are in the Circle Tower. And in the last video, at the end of the last video, I discovered this Summoning the Fourth font. Now, the quest that you get, the Summoning Sciences quest, gives you three different chains that you go through. The Summoning the First, Second, and Third. And I never really noticed the fourth one before. I guess I just never really looked in its direction or never really paid attention to it or just something. So this is one of those it's kind of new to me moments. And I looked around, I looked through the different notes that I got or the different journal entries. I sort of went back and just made sure I didn't miss anything. So finally, I had no choice but to look it up. And essentially, what it is, and this is kind of neat actually. So I haven't finished it yet, but I'll explain what I've done so far. Um, so it's actually, I guess, sort of like an Easter egg type of quest. So it doesn't appear anywhere in the you don't get an official quest for it. It's not mentioned in any of the journal entries or any of the notes that you find. It's essentially just something that's meant to be, I guess, sort of an in joke from the developers. So what you end up having to do is go back and go through all the different steps that you took for Summoning Sciences 1, 2, and 3. You do all of those things one after the other, and then once you've done all of those, which is quite a bit, it took me a little bit to do it, so I didn't want to bore people on stream with that. But once I went through all of that, it says to do select the Summoning Science fourth, and it will summon a creature that will only be on screen for a few seconds, and you're supposed to pickpocket it. Now you can also pickpocket the second one, the second Summoning Sciences, the Trickster Whim, and I wasn't aware of that. The reason that I didn't think to ever try that is because you do encounter the Whim later, which we'll probably see, if not in this stream, then probably the next one. But what we're going to do now is we're going to start. We are going to summon the fourth and final thing, and we are going to try to steal from it. So, let's go.
Oh, this is rather awkward. What? I'm not supposed to be here. Not right at all.
Oh, stealing failed. Come on. Alright, well... did I get something the first time? Maybe I got it the first time, because I couldn't see the thing. But if not, then that's fine. I can always just go back and try it in a different playthrough or something. Yeah, crap. Alright. Anyway, that was Arl Foreshadow, and if you're able to pickpocket it, it's supposed to give you something, like a note, a journal entry that you can read that's supposed to be kind of funny, so... Oh well, I tried. I guess all that for nothing. So let's just move right along, shall we? And hit the second floor. So there is a quest on the second... I think it's on the second floor. Might be the third, actually. I don't know. But there's one that will send me back, all the way back down to the first floor, so...
Please refrain from going into the stockroom. It is a mess, and I've not been able to get it into a state fit to be seen.
He seems awfully chill.
I was trying to tidy up, but there was little I could do. I tried to leave when things got quiet. That was when I encountered the barrier. Finding no other way out, I returned to work.
Owain, you should have said something. I would have opened the door for you.
No, he didn't want to be a bother.
Familiar. I prefer to be here.
How can you be so
He
calm?
is one of the tranquil. The tranquil do not have emotions.
I would prefer not to die. I would prefer it if the tower returned to the way it was. Perhaps Niall will succeed and save us all.
What's this Niall trying to do?
I do not know. But he came here with several others and took the litany of Adralla.
But that protects from mind domination. Is blood magic at work here?
I do not know.
Niall was in the meeting. He would know. Blood magic. I was afraid of this.
So that's not good. Alright. We'll be able to handle
We
it.
should find Niall. The litany will give us a fighting chance against any blood mages we encounter.
I wish you luck. Perhaps this will be over soon and things will return to the way they were. Goodbye.
Hopefully. Alright, so those unfamiliar with the Dragon Age lore, so mages basically are considered to be highly dangerous. The main reason for that is people that can channel magical energies are susceptible to demonic possession. And that's bad, right? That's just a bad thing to have happen. So if someone shows signs of being a mage, then the chantry, like the major religion, they'll come and they'll basically take the child, because it usually manifests during adolescence, and they'll start training them. So,
Enemies approaching. Shall be done.
hold on here.
Shall be done.
Volume is way too loud on my headset. Oops. There we go. Yeah, so... Oh, I have a decision to make here.
Please, please don't kill me.
No, you're a blood mage. The people you killed didn't want to die
I know
either.
I have no right to ask for mercy, but I didn't mean for this death and destruction. We were just trying to free ourselves. Aldred told us that the Circle would support Loghain, and Loghain would help us be free of the Chantry.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't
your own
know
fault.
what it was like. The Templars were watching. Always watching.
Enough self-pity.
No, please.
Shall be done.
That went well.
Alright. Yeah, so when young mages are brought to the Circle, they undergo training. And if their training shows promise, then they can undergo a ritual called the... Oh my god, why am I drawing a blank on this now? Harrowing. There we go. The harrowing. I knew I'd remember eventually. So the harrowing is basically the mage will drink a lyrium concoction, go to the Fade, and they'll be tempted by a demon. If they succeed in resisting the demon's temptation, then they become a full-blown mage, and they get like extra. Basically, kind of move up in the ranking, you could say. If they fail, they're essentially executed. However, if a prospective mage either shows no interest in training, or their training doesn't go particularly well, then they undergo what's called the Rite of Tranquility. And what that essentially does is it strips them of their emotions. It severs their connection to what's called the Fade, which is kind of like the realm where demons and like celestial type creatures live, spirits, and that's sort of also technically where, like, I guess you're supposed to, like, where your dreams come from. So once that's severed, they can no longer ever channel magic. They can no longer be tempted by demons, but they're basically emotionless beings. Like they're not too far from automatons. So it's kind of it's disturbing, but there you go, little lesson. So that's why that guy was so relaxed.
Performed as I expected. As you wish.
Alright, that triggered another fight, so I may as well just finish this one as well. So this is another location where you can get corpse dolls in the event that you don't get enough in the Red Cliff Castle. Now, since I've completed that quest, I don't know if it'll actually give me any... Like, I don't think the item will spawn once you've completed the quest. Yeah. Hey, Rollstats, thanks for popping in. I don't know if I should read your comment out loud or not, but since this will be uploaded to YouTube. But thanks for popping by. And yeah, I know the feeling too. Similar experience. Yeah, so I don't think the corpse skull will generate here, but that is something that can happen in the event that you don't get enough. So it's kind of like the dark spawn blood in the Brazilian in the Kokari Wild. Sorry. Once you get enough to complete the quest, it will stop generating them. Alright, nothing else there. Let's pop back into this one. I guess I missed a couple of things. I definitely missed a couple things. Oh, yeah. So those were abominations. Those were basically mages that were completely overtaken by demons. And the rage ones will explode after you defeat them, so that is something to keep in mind. And this is sort of a callback to one of my favorite episodes of South Park. He's trapped in the closet.
Hello? Are the demons gone? Is it safe? I don't want to die.
Well, that you may not have a choice in that, but I've dealt with them.
Sure it's safe? I could take a peek outside. Oh. Ah, yeah. Yes. I have a crick in my back and my bum's gone numb. Oh, holy maker,
Yeah, he's got some problems, doesn't he?
Those demons didn't know what hit them, did they? Godwin, Mage of the Circle of Ferelden, at your service.
So this guy's actually relevant to a quest that I'm going to get much later in the playthrough, but it's nice to establish a friendly dialogue with him right now.
Oh, not as pleased as I am that you came along when you did. There were demons everywhere, blocking my exit. I decided that the best thing to do in that situation was to hide and be very, very quiet. I just really want to be somewhere safe. I think I might stay here for now. Maybe go back into my closet for a little while.
Tom, you're not fooling anyone.
And go where?
I mean,
Templars have locked the door.
that is kind of a
I'm just going to
crappy thing to
stay here
say,
and see what
because he literally can't escape right now. Anyway,
Thank you again
Best
for
of luck.
saving me. May we meet again in happier, less life-threatening times.
alright, so that's everything in that area. Go into the next room. I think these guys will actually start fighting each other if I don't do anything. So let's just test that out for a second. Because when I mentioned before that there were only a few instances of like NPCs fighting each other, it was quickly pointed out that I was incredibly wrong. So there we go. There, someone turned into an abomination. Alright, let's take this guy out, or this lady out. It's not so much here, I don't think, but there is a spot later on where you come up against mages, and one of their favorite things to do is to cast like a hex spell on you. And the hex spell, I forget the name of it because I never use them myself. I don't like the I don't like the hexes very much. I've pretty much always just chosen the damage dealing spells, the healing spells, stuff like that. But it makes it so that every attack you make, it turns a hit into a miss and a critical hit into a regular hit. So you basically like never hit. Like, it's super annoying. I don't think anyone here does it though. I think that's something later on. Oh, using the stun. And I also want to make a point to be very cautious about everyone's health, because I was really bad at that last time, and almost wiped actually. So that's kind of embarrassing. But at the same time, when you're playing something and trying to do like commentary and stuff over it, it's really easy to lose track of what you're doing. Roll sets. That sounds awful. Yeah, it gets really annoying, and of course because I'm the main character, it's always me that they target with that. So it sucks. It's annoying, and like later on, it just gets really overdone, in my opinion. Chantry Amulet, so that's a gift that I can give Liliana. Okay, here comes another interesting sort of quest line. So there's a little glass factory in the base, somehow sealed within the otherwise solid stone carving. The area is unnaturally cold. Dark shapes swirl around a slip of paper within the vial. So I can leave the vial alone, or I can take it, and let's see what happens. Fractures immediately. And I fight a boss-type creature. The Revenant. Okay, so he's immune to cold, which kind of sucks, because that's what... Whoops. Healed the wrong person. Because that's what Wynn is using. Oh! Remember how I said I was going to pay attention to everybody's health? Well, as it turns out, that was a lie. Oh, okay. Alright, now we're going to do that, though. Alright, and I'm going to give her a lesser lyrium potion. God damn, this fight is brutal. All because I can't stun the guy. And of course, poor Sten. Mr. Glass Cannon. So how is she taking damage? She's only attacking me. Oh, God, that sucks. Alright. I gotta be very careful here. I remember this fight being sort of a pain before, but of course, now that I'm on camera and people can watch, so I'm gonna go through a lot of my potions here, but that's fine. I usually have more than I need, and I have been buying them everywhere I go, so we're almost there though. So we should get him. I don't know if Wynn has the ability yet where she can actually heal people's injuries. But that would be a good one to have.
Okay, done with you now.
Almost there. It's gonna be fine. Maybe not. Maybe not. Nope. We're fine. Okay, cool. And I get the execution kill. So that's that sucked. I wish that hadn't happened right after I said I was going to pay more attention to people's health, but yeah, there we go. Immediately proved myself wrong. Nothing wrong with that, right? I know, Sten. I'm sorry.
It shall be as you say.
Well, we got plenty of injury kits. It's I guess to get use out of them. I'm sure they expire at some point, so. Alright, so here we have First Enchanter Irving's chambers.
I suppose that's
And he's got a bunch of stuff here, including some like codexes and stuff that I can read to get experience. So I'm going to do that. Excuse me, Wynn, please.
I must say, you seem very familiar to me. Did I not see you?
Yeah, I was at
saw you in
Ostagar.
the camp with Duncan and some other men. Grey Wardens. You are one of them, are you not?
Yep, and I
you too
didn't
are
want
a
to
Grey
talk to you.
Warden, are you not, young sir?
Yes, ma'am, you are correct. And please call me Alistair.
I am pleased to meet you, Alistair. I am sorry for what happened to your comrades. It was terrible to behold.
Yeah, it was.
Loghain turned
But I at
his
least
back
didn't get
on
to.
the
I
king
didn't
and
have to
the
watch it.
Wardens. He is a
I mean, as the
savage
player, I had to watch it
and
because
must have known the
it played the
Darkspawn would
cutscene.
overcome
But
them.
as my character,
All those lives lost. And Uldred was there. If I find out he knew Loghain was planning this, well, I won't elaborate.
really things were about to get interesting there. Yeah, he'll get what he deserves.
Oh, yes. He will get what's coming to him eventually. If I have any say in the matter, we should get going. Unless you have something else to say.
Nah, I'm good.
Onward, then.
Okay. Not even any approval. Come on. Alright. Some more journal entries.
I am done.
A chest with just private documents that don't sell for a whole lot. Kind of disappointing. Win, please. Alright, so... yeah, so since we're back doing the stream, I thought, you know, I guess now is as good a time as any to talk about some of the other stuff that I want to do on Twitch, or some of the other things that I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue doing on Twitch. So typically, I would stream like tonight and tomorrow night.
It is over.
And the second one is my playthrough of the D&D Dark Alliance game. But I'm playing ahead just like in my own time, not stream, but just to sort of have a familiarity with the levels and everything else. And I'm kind of sort of at a wall where, whoops, in terms of progression. You can go through the first 3 chapters solo, and you don't have any issues with that. So I never had any issues with that. But then you get the final 3 stages, and the enemy health ramps up, their damage ramps up. Did I not get the? Okay, I just want to see if I have the quest here. But the other ones, like, it basically requires... I missed a note somewhere. Didn't I? It might be right here. After this fight. So yeah, it seems like it's sort of like co-op, almost like required. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to play that or not all the way through to the end, because I just wanted to do a solo run, and I don't really know anybody else that's playing the game and would be interested in helping out with the stream. So I'm looking at alternatives. Oh my god. I'm looking at alternatives. I'm gonna run out of potions if this keeps up. So one thing that I'm considering is there is the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance game. The original one that came out on like the PlayStation 2 and GameCube, and I actually have it for GameCube, but like the Xbox, PS2, all that. Alright, let's just finish this guy off, please. Hey, nobody died that time. So there's that, or Mass Effect, so we'll sort of see. Oh no, I do get Corpse Skull still. Interesting. I don't know if I can sell those, though. So yeah, we'll sort of see what happens there. And then, comment to roll stats. This is probably a stupid question, but I don't know the game. What was that falling off for just now? Okay, so no, that was not blood. That was the effects of a spell called Rock Armor. It's kind of like your mage armor type of thing. It just basically gives her a boost to her defense, and that's supposed to be like the elemental rock sort of stuff falling off of her. is what that's meant to be. Okay, so now I think I got the quest. So this is the quest that I was talking about a little earlier. So there's one quest that will take me all the way back down to the first floor from the third. It's kind of annoying, but I think you get some halfway decent stuff, if I recall.
What now?
So let's see what we got here. Oh, and I keep pressing the wrong thing. Whoops, Circle of Magi. Okay. Yeah, okay, I have to consult the notes. So the Watchguard of the Reaching. And so down here at the very bottom, it gives me the steps that I have to go through. So there's 4 different statues on this level. 3 of which are in the room that I just came out of. And the 4th one you find a little bit later. So let's just go through. Whoops. Dang it. Just scroll down to the bottom here once again. So we have to go through the one... so it's the statue holding the bowl. We interact with that first. Then the one holding the sword raised, the point of the sword raised up, we interact with that second. And then the one with the sword down, we interact with third. So the bowl is right here. And that's the sword down, so then the sword up is all the way over here. And as if this isn't annoying enough, because you have to backtrack down like 2 more floors. They could just, even be bothered to put the statues in like just a nice row for you, so you can just do 1, 2, 3. But it is what it is.
It's a trap. I shall do it.
Ah, dang it. My thumb slipped.
Shall be done.
Alright, come on. It's not that hard a trap to get out of. Lord. I don't know if these are... I think these guys will explode after I kill them, so... So 2 of them have been defeated so far. I don't know if you can tell. There goes the 3rd and 4th. We got this Rage Demon. I do like the demons in Dragon Age. Like, just the different, sort of based off the different, like, kind of deadly sins. So you have the pride demons, you have, so it's pride, rage, hunger, and, I want to say avarice? Or desire. Desire is the other one. Alright, Stan, you leveled up. Let's boost that con up a little bit so you survive a little bit more. Oh boy. I saw that boss health bar.
Oh, great. No one to stop for lunch.
Oh my god. I'm not paying attention at all here, am I?
It has begun.
Alright, get your shots in. It's not like I haven't played this game like a dozen times already.
As you say.
You think I'd remember the fact that there's traps all over the place. But at the same time, I've never, ever claimed to be a pro gamer or anything, so just living up to that. Roll stats. Still going through the heat wave, or as a cooldown for you? It's so outside's cooled down. Some. It still gets pretty warm here. Just earlier today, I went over to my mother's to help her sort of move some furniture around, and she doesn't have an air conditioner. Her apartment's on like the bottom floor, and it's on the shady side of the building, so it's usually not that bad. But it was warm in there, and the apartment that we live in on a good day is like 10 degrees higher in terms of like temperature versus outside. So there was like last year outside it was like 30 degrees Celsius, and inside inside the apartment, because we had a thermostat inside here, it was like 42. So it's nicer outside than it is in here. And the unfortunate thing about the setup I currently have to do the streaming in is that my air conditioner is only like 5 feet from where I'm sitting. And because of that, it would be really loud if I just left it on while I was... Okay, you guys need to settle down here. Uh-oh. That's not bad. That's not good. Come on, come on, come on. Alistair. I'm paying attention, please don't die. Alright, cool. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's because it's like the apartment runs on hot water heat, so there's, even though the heat's not on right now, there's always like super heated water going through our pipes, maybe? I don't know. All I know is that it sucks. There's the Desire Demon. Uh-oh, I'm probably gonna die. Nope, okay. Alistair might... I think I might just let him go down if he has... Okay, cool. So, unfortunately, I think I screwed up because there was a cutscene that could have played there, where basically the Desire Demon was giving the Templar, the one that wasn't wearing a helmet, like his ultimate fantasy of having a family. And if you go to talk to her, she'll ask you to leave her alone, and if you don't, she'll change her voice to say, like, to just a normal woman's voice, and say that there are bad people trying to get her. Sorry, oh, you didn't throw me off my game at all. This is just the way it goes, basically.
Finished.
Whether I was replying to the comments or not, I was just going to suck. It's just like I said, I'm not a great gamer. I'm hoping that, you know, if anything else, people will just like kind of hanging out and chatting while I try meagerly to play games. All right, so we're getting into a little bit of a boss fight here. It's not, yeah. So we gotta take you out first. Actually, if I were smart, I'd take out the archers first. Let's do that. I don't think this guy's gonna be as bad as the weapon, though. Hopefully not. So they got a pretty strong handle on what's going on there. And I can actually stun them. So the only thing I don't like about Wynne is she doesn't seem to have a ton of mana. She runs out super quick, but her abilities as a spirit healer, especially at later levels, is really good. Like, she can do group heals that just heals everybody. You're probably gonna explode. Nope, just faded away. All right, so here is the fourth statue. It's the, oh no, hold on. You were hiding in ambush. Alright. So once the combat ends here, there's a statue that I can interact with. So that is... so those are the four statues I had to interact with. So now what I have to do is actually go all the way back down to the first level, to where the room was where I encountered Wynne in the first place. So we are going to do that now. I want to say you can probably just come back later and finish it. But I don't want to do that, because it'll probably be one of those things where it's in between streams and I forget. So we're just gonna do the backtracking. But sort of going back to the other games that I want to stream here on Twitch. I guess what I'm looking for, and because I'm uploading this to YouTube as well, anyone that watches either like now or on I can't open that door. Either now or on YouTube. What would you like to see from the options that I have available? So I'm doing the Dragon Age series already. I'm not gonna jump the shark on any of those games, so to speak. So there's Mass Effect. I don't really want to do things like Skyrim or Oblivion because I'm not actually a huge fan of those games, and I know that sounds like blasphemous. I'm just not. But yeah, so there's like the D&D Dark Alliance, Mass Effect, or maybe something else. I had actually, so I really want to get the Pathfinder Kingmaker game, because that looks really cool, and it's sort of like the old school, kind of like Baldur's Gate games. So I think what I have to do now is just come down here, interact with that, and boss fight. Now, he should be susceptible to the cold that Gwyn has, assuming she doesn't die. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it is with these optional bosses. It just kick the crap out of me. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Yeah, shoot, Alistair went down. But that's it, we got him. And he gained a level, so he learned from his failure. So the Dragon Slayer. I gotta see if that sword's... It's probably not better than the one I have, but it's most definitely better than the one Alistair has. Except he can't use it yet. And I definitely can't use it yet. And I'm not... Wait, oh wait, is it a greatsword? It's a two-handed sword. Okay. Yeah. Stem. That's a sizable upgrade for you. Oh, but he can't use it because his strength's not high enough. Alright, I'm just gonna hold on to it. Sword Talon. Mass Effect's great. Pathfinder would be cool. I hear it's turn-based. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. A little warm. We sort of covered that a little bit earlier. But other than that, doing well. Trying to get back into the, I guess, the swing of doing these streams again. But yeah, doing good. Another game that I tried was Pillars of Eternity. I think it was Pillars of Eternity 2. I can access it through through Game Pass. So I tried that, and the gameplay seems interesting. Like, it seems kind of fun, but I really don't like the camera system because it doesn't follow you. Or at least I couldn't find a setting where it would just auto center on my character. Because, like, I know, for example, I gotta upgrade his abilities. There we go. With, like, Baldur's Gate, your character's always kind of like I guess the camera doesn't follow you then either. The Switch version does, so I guess maybe I'm just spoiled by that. But just trying to control the camera with the right thumbstick while I'm moving the characters on an isometric view RPG, it just doesn't... I don't like it. So that one might be out unless there's a way to have the camera just auto-focused on you. Or to follow you, like, if you start to move on, like, the boundaries of the screen. So, we'll see what happens there. Roll stats. Mass Effect would be cool. If it doesn't sound like you're a Bethesda fan, but Fallout 4 would be really cool. Resident Evil, yeah. So, Resident Evil 7 is actually on here. I can give that a try. Resident Evil 4 and stuff is on here as well, which I'm really familiar with that game. But because my Xbox 360 copy of it was from like a DLC thing that came with another game, it's not registered as me having purchased it, so I can't just re-download it like I've done some other things. So we'll see how that goes. Oh! Another one that I could do is The Witcher 2, because I do have that downloaded. So Witcher 2 Assassin of Kings, so that one might be fun to do. I've played through and beat it once, but I can't remember too much about it. And it felt kind of short, so I think there's a lot of stuff that I missed. So that's one as well. I could do Resident Evil 7, like the Biohazard one, so that might be kind of neat. I have Code Veronica downloaded, but I don't know about that one, to be honest. So yeah, so Witcher 2, Mass Effect, or download and start like the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, the old hack and slash action RPG from like several console generations ago. But it's still a fun game. I still love it, and I also have a Bard's Tale that was on the Xbox 360, or no, the original Xbox. But I never got very far in that game, so I don't. I'd like to try something I have at least a little bit of familiarity with. Because as horrible as I'm playing this game, you can imagine something that I am almost like playing through blind, right? Like how bad that would be. Alright, nothing there. Totally down for The Witcher 2, yeah. Whoops. Kind of wanted to go through that door a little bit later.
Visitors, I'd entertain you, but too much effort involved.
So this is a sloth abomination. And we're going to get to what's likely everybody's favorite part of this game, right?
But why? Aren't you tired of all the violence in this world? I know.
I had to take a drink of water. So this is as great as Dragon Age Origins is, and it is my favorite of the Dragon Age games. I will admit that what we're about to do
Someone
is probably the weakest part of the game.
Stand and fight.
Resist.
So we are about to enter the Fade,
Lost.
which I guess we should have expected because I did allude to it in the stream's title. What's interesting, though, is that dwarves are not supposed to have a connection to the Fade. Like, that's why they can handle lyrium, that's why they cannot be mages. But yet, my dwarf character is here in the Fade. The one positive thing about this part, and I'm going to get the sequencing horribly wrong, so just, spoiler alerts there. You'll come across things like this. There's a few different types of, items that you can interact with. I can't do anything with this yet, but I will be able to eventually. And they give you permanent boosts to your stats. And because I'm also playing this section solo, this is the point of the game where my character finally sort of catches up and tends to be ahead in experience points. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, the sequence is a slog like the Hollywood Sewers and VTM Bloodlines. I'm not familiar with that one, but yeah, this part is kind of
there you are.
Is kind of a slog.
I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Hey, it's Duncan. I can't quite remember what I would. No, you should be dead.
Dead? Me? I have been close many times, but I never quite made it all the way. I just wanted to make sure you were happy here in Weishaupt. These grand halls were built by the first Grey Wardens. Isn't it breathtaking?
So, this little section that I'm in the Fade here, each of the main characters is sort of trapped in what's supposed to be their own personal... it's kind of like their fantasy. It's something that's supposed to distract them, to keep them from realizing what's going on, so that the sloth demon can essentially just feed on their souls, right? And it's probably my only real criticism, I guess you could say, of this game is that the section here for my character doesn't make the most sense as to what it would be that I would want to stick around for. It does make sense because I break out of it on my own, so I guess it works that way. But I kind of wish that they would have had your characters from your personal background that you play at the beginning, if they were the ones that were sort of trying to keep you from breaking out of the sloth demon's control.
It seems only
So I guess that's the only thing. But like I said, it also kind of makes sense that it's something that doesn't make sense for my character, which is why I can get out of it, I guess. But yeah, so we just piss Duncan off, and we get to watch him die again. This time it's not going to be as dramatic, though. He goes down pretty easily. Oh crap, mage. So I kind of want to get mages if I can, because, like I said, they can get really annoying. Oh. A fellow thief, eh? Oh, I'll show you what I think of that. Twitch being twitchy, I'm not sure I get what you mean there. Is there something wrong with the stream? Hopefully not. Yeah, they didn't want to make multiple scenarios with the main character. That's true, but they also already kind of did for the beginning, so I don't know. I guess it's just wishful thinking. It's certainly not a deal breaker by any stretch of the imagination. It's just something I think that would have just made the game feel a little bit more, like, it would have made the background feel more significant past just the opening chapter.
Are you a demon? No, I see that you're not.
Hey, that guy looks like the corpse we saw.
Like me.
I mean, the guy that we saw lying on the floor,
Trap.
who was totally not a corpse. Yeah, I got out of it because I'm a dwarf. I'm not supposed to be here.
I thought I'd escaped too, but I've been wandering these empty grey spaces for a lifetime.
It's good now. Okay, hopefully it wasn't too long. That it was being difficult for you.
My name is Njal. I was trying to save the circle when I encountered the sloth demon.
That's right, he was just sleeping, yeah.
Experiences were similar.
What was it? Was it like was it College Humor? There was a web series that I watched a while ago, and every once in a while I'll come back to it. It was like the guy doing like making fun of the Dark Knight like Batman movies. And they had one with like Patton Oswalt, and he was the Penguin, and the Batman who's just a complete and total buffoon
Owain helped me
in those.
greatly.
He was
I'll
like,
never be able
you know,
to
he says that he never kills, and then he like shoots like batarangs into someone's head, and when the commissioner's like, you killed him, he's like, no, he's just sleeping. It's like, quiet, you'll wake him, and that's just, I don't know. I thought that was pretty funny.
This place drains you of everything. Hope, feeling, life.
Oh, we'll find a way out.
No, there is no way out of here. You think there might be, but you'd be wrong. You see that pedestal there? I've studied the runes on it. Runes that signify different islands of the Sloth Demon's domain. The Sloth Demon itself is on the center island, but you can't get there. The 5 islands around the center somehow form a protective ward. I thought I was getting somewhere when I figured that out, and I went to each island in turn only to have my hopes dashed. There's always an obstacle. You'll see the path but be unable to get to it. And it taunts you and drives you mad.
Yeah, so I think that's sort of the biggest problem with this section of the game. It's the fact that you
think you'll find a way out, don't you?
You can't complete any one place that you can go to without having to like go there, encounter something, and then find something that you can use somewhere else to come back and finish it. So that's what's kind of frustrating, and that's why I said that I'm going to get the sequencing in this probably all wrong, because I never remember. Also, interestingly here enough, so these lyrium veins, one thing that they did do quite well is if you're playing a human or an elf, you can interact with these, and I believe they heal you, and they also restore your mana. But since I'm a dwarf, I actually can't.
No, it is gone.
I actually can't do anything with it, so I thought that was kind of neat. All right. So as for here, let's just walk through this shimmering purple light sure nothing bad will happen. Oh, okay. I gotta switch some stuff out here. I set up my my quick commands based off of trying to do the pickpocket for the Easter egg little quest, but that failed. So let's just set this back because I keep pressing the wrong thing.
Thank you.
Silly dwarf, yeah.
Too late for me. Kill Yavina, the demoness that rules here. She protects her master, Sloth. There's a door only demons can see. The key must be in another realm.
Yeah, they usually are.
Save any others trapped in nightmares. Kill the demons that guard Sloth. Make my...
Alright, so this is the other big gimmick of the Fade section. So because we're in the Dream Realm, we aren't actually limited to our normal physical form. So, I can actually... Oops. If I press the right thing, that is. So there's actually shapeshifts that I can do. And I can only do them, obviously, when I'm in the Fade. So, I just got the mouse one. So let's use that. So the mouse can travel through these little mouse holes, which makes sense, right? So you also unlock a Burning Man, which is sort of like a skeleton that's on fire and has like fire spells and stuff that they can do. Then you get an Arcane Horror. Then you get an Arcane Horror, which is the thing that can travel through the demon doors. So the the shimmering door, not the shimmering doors, but the well, you'll see when I get there. It'll be easier just to show than try to describe. The fire guy can walk through fire, right? He's immune to fire. So there's one section there. There's just this. There's the door. So the Arcane Horror can go through those doors, and then you can also get a Golem, and the Golem can go through the they're called heavy doors. Alright, I'm hoping that I'm getting close to a level up, because yeah, that would be great. And nope, nothing else. Okay, cool. But the thing is, so like the stages that you get, so that's just not going to work at all. Okay, good to know. So the sections, the islands that you go to unlock each of these, you can't complete them without someone else's shapeshifting. Crud. Oh, easy now. I triggered that fight when I didn't want to. He's not coming towards me, so I'm hoping if I just walk away, so I can regenerate my health. Nope. There we go. Okay, cool. I guess another reason that I guess I'm having, well, getting my butt kicked a bit more than I'm used to is the last playthrough I did just did it on casual because I just wanted to go through the story again and try to unlock some, try to choose like some different options. So I'm on a higher difficulty here, and I'm kind of reminded about how much difficult, or how higher the difficulty is. Alright, so I think we're back with Niall now.
Something happened, didn't it? You look a little different. What happened?
I was a mouse.
Did you? Did it help? I know I saw the tiny holes. Were you small enough to get through?
Yeah. It was super easy.
Oh, so much braver than I am. I was so sure it was impossible to get anywhere. Do you think you could learn other shapes?
Well, it's not your fault, Niall. You're not the main character, so that's understandable. Okay, so here are the different ones that we can go to. So we've got the Burning Tower, The Mage's Asunder, which I don't like that one, so I kind of want to try that one last if I can. Templar's Nightmare or the Darkspawn Invasion. So let's go with the Darkspawn Invasion. And see what we get here. So, like I said, just please forgive me if I don't get the path right here. All right, let's go through the mouse hole because it's there. The mouse will also automatically activate stealth, which is okay, but it also you move like half the speed. And I'm not interested in that. I mean, I can't fight as the mouse, so... and I definitely want to get XP if I can, so I'm not going to try to avoid fights. Alright, cool. So here we go. Yeah, so as I said, there are certain things that you can interact with that can boost your stats. And once you start unlocking shapeshifts, the more of those you unlock, the more of these you can get. So with this one, I get the Essence of Cunning, and I can interact with it right now, so... it gives me a permanent +1 increase to my cunning skill. And you can find them, I think, for all the attributes. I know there's strength, dexterity, intelligent, or magic. I don't think intelligence is a stat in this game. I'm thinking more of like tabletop RPG, I think, at that point. Yeah, so I think there's like strength, dex, willpower. Maybe they have them all. I just can't remember what the Constitution one is, but I'm sure there are ones. The other kind of annoying thing is that when you shapeshift, any sustained ability that you had gets deactivated. Alright, so doors. I think I might very quickly reach the point of being unable to make progress, and you're going down. Oh, my thing didn't recharge yet. Alright. There we go. Let's try to pretend we know what we're doing here. Still can't believe I haven't gained a level yet. Holy crap. I'm like right at the cusp there. Now before I just want to make sure that yeah, okay. So I don't think I can get through that. I don't necessarily feel like trying right now. So if I run out of progress, I may just have to go somewhere else. I don't think that's the one where it updates your quest, saying you can't go any further. Like that one for sure. I can't go through. Geez, maybe I hit the wall already. Like I said, my pathing for this section is not great. Alright, let's just save. Because I want to say that there is one of these that you can... I want to say that there is one of these that you can just walk through. Nope, that wasn't it. Okay, cool. So yeah, that was a roadblock. That's why we saved. So maybe the other one is the one that I can go through. Let's try that one. And that's why this section is so annoying. Yeah, okay, so that's the one that I could walk through, but then this one that one I can't, so I guess we're just done here. Unless there's a mouse hole that I can go through. So maybe not entirely hopeless yet. This is a situation where I probably should have consulted a guide or researched the proper steps here, but again, I guess we're going for sort of an authentic experience, and I did already have to look something up, so I don't want to do that too much. Mainly because I gave one of my friends grief for using a walkthrough, so for a while at least I gotta pretend that I don't do it as well. And, like, that I just didn't do it. Like, I told him, or I gave him grief just because I was being a jerk. Which, when you have friends, the whole point is to be jerks to them, right? Alright. So that door... Okay, so this is the massive door. So for that one, I need the golem. So that's kind of the crappy thing, right? So I need the golem to get that door. The only thing I think behind that door, though, is a stat increase, but I kind of want that stat increase because it's to strength, and I want to build my strength up so I can use some of the better swords and wear some of the better armor. Like, not the heavy armor, but wear just some of the medium armor that is really good. And it's easier if I can get things that can bump my strength without relying on the level up, so I can put the level ups into other things. But we are getting there. Alright, so we're gonna do 2 into dex, 1 into strength. And for this one... alright, I'm not committing to this yet. I'm just gonna put in improved stealing, but I want to see... Okay. So there's a bunch of things I can get first before... oh, 26 dexterity. How close? How close am I? Says 27, but that's because I'm wearing something. Alright. Yeah, no, we'll just stick with that. And, well, yeah, we'll stick with improved stealing. And we'll take cripple. So the character strikes below the target, gaining a momentary attack bonus and hitting critically if the attack connects, so that's a pretty decent one to have. I might actually assign that to you. There we go. And we're already walking backwards, so that's that's my level of pathfinding skills.
Shall be done.
So while I'm looking to play through the Dragon Age series, like, I want to do Origins. I'm not sure if I'm going to do Awakening right after Origins, or if I'm going to do, like, Dragon Age Origins and then Dragon Age 2 and then maybe go back to Awakening. But there is some other DLC that I have for Origins that is not part of the main game. Okay, you need to stop. Okay, cool, he's dead. So in Dragon Age 2, for example, the two major DLC chapters or stuff that they added, they are accessible while you're playing through the game. in your home area, there'll just be like these statues or these things that you can interact with that will take you to the DLC. With Origins, a lot of it is like separate files, and I think I am stuck there. Right, can I go? I can't go any further this way, can I? That was a dead end. Yep. Alright. So I need to go get the Burning Man. Which meant that, much like I thought I was going to do, I chose poorly. So anyway, with the DLC... Oh, Rollstat's got to run. Just wanted to pop in. Yeah, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Rollstat's awesome guy. I'd like to think that, well, I mean, he is a good friend. He's a great friend. I hope that he considers me to be along the same lines. But yeah, awesome. Thanks for popping in. I really appreciate it. And yes, I will see you tomorrow for an old school Essentials game that is being run by BN Drake. Who's a fantastic GM as well. So, I'll see you then, my friend. Speaking of that OSE game, I am actually glad that it's tomorrow. Because I think originally it was supposed to be on the 28th, I think it was. 28th or 29th. But I'm actually getting my second COVID vaccine like the night before, and the seconds are supposed to be a doozy, so I wouldn't know if I'd be up to doing an RPG. Like Old School Essentials is, I'm sure most of you would be aware, but it's essentially like a cleaned up version, in a modernized version of the D&D basic expert rules. Like the Moldvay Cook basic expert rules. Hey, the Kamikaze Kid. Thanks for popping in. So next week is my second COVID vaccine appointment, and it's kind of interesting how I got to that point, I guess. So I had my first dose last month. And right now, here in Nova Scotia, they're really trying to push people to get like their second doses, so that we can go into like basically one of the last phases of reopening, which would be great to be able to do. So when I booked my first appointment, it was an absolute frickin' pain to try to do. Because, like, I live in the capital city of my province. Oh, just hold on. Are you guys streaming it? So we're not streaming the game live. However, on BN Drake's YouTube channel, he does upload it a few days later. So the first session is actually on his channel now, and I did share it on my Twitter as well as my YouTube page. So if you go into the community section on YouTube, or if you go to just on my Twitter and just go down a few tweets, you'll see the link to click on it. It's absolutely blast. The first session was a lot of fun, and and Drake's an awesome GM. I went through the pharmacy. So trying to book the appointment was an absolute nightmare for me, because the province here in Nova Scotia anyway, it was a very staggered approach. So at first it was 65 and up, and then it was 60 to 65, and then it just kept sort of going through these 5-year increments. But eventually they must have gotten more supplies or stuff in, because it went from 40 and up to suddenly it was available to anyone 30 and up. So it jumped a whole 5-year increment. And the problem with that is, you know, it meant that a lot of people were now suddenly trying to book appointments. And the interface to do that here was really frustrating, because you have to look up by your address and your age. And then you select an appointment, and then you fill all your information in. So like your name, our health card number, address, like all this stuff, phone number, email, like just all these things. And what happened was, like 5 or 6 times I had an appointment selected, but before I could enter all of my details in, someone sniped it. And it happened like 5 or 6 times. And I got so frustrated that I just, like, I waited 3 or 4 days after it opened up for me to be able to book, and finally got an appointment. So when you book the first appointment, it automatically set up your second one. And I got the automated email, so the second vaccine dose was going to be September 18th. And I was like, okay, that's fine. But like I said, they're really trying to push. They're really trying to push people to get like the second doses and everything. So a couple of days ago, I got this email, and a little pushy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it felt a little pushy. But it's like, you know, hey, you know, hope you want, like, do you want to take your mask off soon? And it's like 8 out of 10 people have rebooked their vaccine appointments, but you haven't yet. So, you know, you can totally do it, because you haven't yet, and most people do. So it's like, man, all right. But the second one was super easy to book, actually. All I had to enter in was my health card number and my address. And once I clicked the appointment time, it automatically booked. It was so much easier. Sortelin, yep, cool watch. Okay, cool, so you did watch that first session. Yeah, it was a ton of fun. Kamikaze Kid, the missus and I both got our second shots July 1st. It was a breeze. First shot was different. Oh, really? Your first one was worse. So everyone that I know here, their second one has, like, floored them. Sortelin, same here in the US, basically. State software systems never, yeah. Yeah, it was frustrating to book, so I didn't want to change it. I just, like, I've got one booked. I don't want to go through the hassle, and knowing my luck, saying you'll rebook means that the first appointment would go away, sort of thing, or no longer be guaranteed. So yeah. So anyway, government always sounds pretty pushy. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I especially get it because when we went into our second lockdown, which was like 8 or 9 months after the first one ended. So we had a lockdown that went from mid-March of 2020 until basically until like the end of July or end of August. And then you know, we had our numbers were super under control. They reopened schools, so our daughter was actually going to school in person every day, and it was fine. Like, there was no issues until this past April. And then oh, okay, we just went back there. And then we went into, and then the numbers just spiked in our province. So we went to a second lockdown. And the first lockdown was fine. It was, you know, I understood what was going on, and I, you know, it sucked, but I wasn't going to hold it against, you know, I wasn't going to get mad over it, right? And I didn't get mad over the second one either, but I just, you know, I understood that it's necessary, right? And, you know, if it means keeping other people safe, then I have zero problems, you know, staying home or all that stuff. But the second one felt a little bit different. And, you know, again, I don't like to use the term depression, because I don't think that's right. I don't think it was actually depression. It was just more sort of like a malaise, I guess you could call it. I think that's the term that Roll Stats use. But I just got into this really deep funk. It was 2 years in a row where, I was forced to spend like my birthday, not being able to celebrate with any friends or family. And not that I celebrate birthdays that much anyway, but just knowing that I couldn't even go and just like visit, the wife's parents for the weekend. It took its toll on me, like, mentally and emotionally. So I understand why the province is trying to push people to get the second vaccination, and yeah. We live in a high-risk area, so once they lower the age, take your snipe issue and quintuple it. Yeah. Yeah, the worst part was here, where they were going like in increments of 5 years, it reached like 30 and up. The very next day, it opened all the way for ages 12 and up. So, like, just trying to get our daughter booked was an absolute nightmare. Other family members had to book her where they lived in the province because there was just, a smaller population, and it was easier for them to get the appointment. Here, it was next to impossible. And, okay, trying to figure out where I need to go here, as I'm getting sidetracked. Yeah, I've been watching your news, trying to avoid a second, yeah. So I'm hoping this is it. I'm hoping like this is the last. My God, I suck at this. Hold on. I'm getting distracted here. Yeah, so so we had a second wave. It was actually like the province's third wave that led to the shutdown. Like our second wave was kind of rough, but it wasn't that bad. So we were getting, maybe 10 or 12 cases a day, right? The third wave, we were getting like 130, 140, 150 cases per day, which when you live in a province with less than 1 million people, that seems like a large number. So I need to get off that because these guys are probably going to be immune to fire. But yeah, I mean, we were getting more cases, confirmed cases in a day during our third wave, which led to the second lockdown because of numbers. We were getting more cases per day in the third wave than we had total in the first and second wave combined. Like, it was rough here for a while. Yeah, in March and April, pulling 4,000 daily. Yeah, that's... You live in a place with a much larger population. Like, you live in a city with more people in it than the province I live in. Total. But yeah, it's brutal, and I'm glad that we're getting the vaccine. Glad that we're sort of getting to the point where hopefully we can go back to normal. Though I will say, yeah, the Delta one is spreading really fast. I will say, from now on, the wife and I were both talking about this. We totally plan on wearing masks in public during cold and flu season. Because for the first time in my life last year, I never got sick.
They're gone. You did it. You killed them.
Yeah, take a drink. Hold on.
But not all. Their leaders are behind the unbreakable door. I give you my wisdom. It will let you see. And now I wake.
All right, so we just got the arcane horror, or the spirit transformation. Yeah, so I completely forgot what I was trying to say for a second there. So yeah, we never got a cold, we never got anything in 2020. and where my wife was working in an office and where my daughter was going to a public school, between the two of them, I was getting sick with something, you know, almost constantly, like steadily through like the winter months. So I think, yeah, I can interact with that. The only thing I hate about this guy is how gosh dang slow he is. And I don't think there's a door in this one, right? No. So yeah, so when it comes to like cold and flu season, yeah, I'm totally going to be wearing a mask. Because it worked. It worked and it helped, and yeah, interesting how that works. I haven't been sick in summer. Yes, yeah, same here. Yeah, a lot of people notice that. Yeah, I mean, there are countries around the world where it's just standard practice to wear the masks, right, when it's that time of year. So, you know, I know it became super politicized, which I hate because it's stupid. It's a simple thing that can keep people safe, other people safe. So just, you know, it's annoying, but just, you know, do it for the sake of other human beings. But anyway, but yeah, there's other countries that like that's just the norm for them. And when that time of year comes around, they wear masks, and you know, I get it. I totally get it. And also, especially if I'm going to be taking public transportation, you know, getting on a bus this day and age, they were kind of cesspools to begin with.
As you say.
Okay, you guys need to settle down here. I think I'm gonna do a safety save here in a second because I am taking a lot of damage here. Okay, so interestingly enough, the Essence of Dexterity, I don't need a shapeshift form to access, so I don't know if it's because it's for my class, but there we go. Alright, yeah, save. Let's do that now. Anyway, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent about current affairs, but so back to the Dragon Age. Dude, I have a father until he had the COVID scare. Thought, yeah, okay, I guess we're not quite done talking about this sort of stuff yet. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, I get that people want to be skeptical, and I think it's always, you know, perfectly healthy to have a little bit of skepticism, but like the COVID-19 stuff was not, it wasn't something that was open to interpretation. People were getting sick with it, people were dying of it, and you know, like it was just a thing that was real. So I don't understand how that's something you're skeptical of, but people were, I guess. Whoops. I don't know. I don't get it, but yeah, never was an issue before. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we all got vaccines as children, and I think the thing that, like, I hear, okay, come on, it's good that I say it because I think I'm stuck here. Probably gonna die. Nope, we're good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, like, just as kids, we got vaccines. I got vaccines from school. You know, just automatically. Okay, you guys need to stop. Anyway. So, new topic. Did you bang Severin? So... I guess for people that haven't played this game before or don't know a ton about it, the Dragon Age games, Mass Effect games, basically like the modern BioWare RPGs. My God, hit her. They have romances as an option that you can do. So there are certain characters in this game that you can enter relationships with. And you do that by, like, getting their approval to a certain rate, selecting certain dialogue options when they become available, and they're usually super obvious when you get them. Okay, you know what? Am I being dumb? Maybe I should just... There we go. So in this game there are 4 characters that you can actively romance. 2 of the characters, being Alistair and Morrigan, so your first 2 major party members, they can only be romanced by members of the opposite gender. So Morrigan can only be romanced if you're playing a male character, and Alistair can only be romanced if you're playing a female character. But there's 2 other characters in the game, so Liliana, who we have in the party, as well as an elf rogue. I won't go into any further detail, but an elf rogue by the name of Zevran. And they can be romanced no matter what your gender is. So their door opens both ways. So in one playthrough, I wanted to challenge myself, because usually once you enter a relationship with one person, if you try to enter a relationship with a second person, they might become wise to it, or they may ask you to choose one person over the other. But if you don't talk to them, you can avoid those, right? So in one playthrough, I actually had... I forget which one I need to go to next. Let's go to a Templar's Nightmare. So I actually had an active romance going with the 3 individuals that I could romance. I think I was playing a male character, so it was Zevran, Liliana, and Morrigan, and I had all 3 of them going at the same time. I'm not gonna lie, I felt a little dirty. I felt a little gross, like, upon reflection, but it was just something that I thought might be kind of fun to do, or to try. Okay. Jeez, he died really quick. I thought it'd just be something fun to try, so I did, and I was able to keep it going because I didn't make the mistake. What is going on here now? Because I didn't make the mistake of, like, trying to talk to any of them. Once I established a romance with them, I refused to talk to them, to basically talk to them again, so I could avoid having to make... That is the 3rd frickin' trap I've walked straight into this playthrough. So yeah, it was a little challenge that I put myself, and it was interesting. Alright, I really thought he was going to explode, but I guess he didn't. Oh, there he goes. Mouse hole. Like I said, I'm really bad at remembering the pathing for this. So I know that there are certain spots where I can go to that will have nothing but these stat increases. Oh, this is one. Okay, cool. I don't know if I'm going to pursue the romance angles in these playthroughs. Just because, like, I do upload these to YouTube, and, if I can monetize them, it would be great. Okay, there's no spirit door to go through. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. But if I do, I might actually put a poll up on YouTube and ask people what they think Because I'm playing a male character, so right now I can romance Morrigan and Liliana, and Zevran eventually. So yeah, I might see if they want to do that, or have the fourth option as being, no, you don't need to do a romance, that's quite alright. Always hated the Fade, most hated, yeah, a lot of people really don't like it. I'm kind of indifferent to it. I don't hate it, but I don't enjoy it either. Holy crap, okay. Oh, yeah, I saw that coming. I am hoping... Again? Jesus! Hey, he doesn't normally... Well, I think I'm screwed. Yeah, I think it's been a while since that safety save. You can set me down now. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, he doesn't normally do that bull rush like twice in a row like that. Can he be stunned? Yes, he can be. I am almost out of potions. Holy crap. This is not going well. And the thing is, I don't know if these are, like, just potions that are only in the Fade, or if these are from my personal... I think they're from my personal inventory. So, that's good. Oh, I don't have potion making myself, do I? I do not. That might be something to take. But yeah, no, this section of the game was just always one of those ones where it's like, alright, I just need to get through it. And I should be taking more advantage of the abilities of the characters that I'm playing. That just whiffed totally. Although I guess I don't necessarily need to do the potions, because shape-shifting will alter my hit points, so that might be something to do. Yeah, I did a safety save not too long ago, but I think you're right. Let's do another one right now. And that's something else I need to remember, is that I can shapeshift for hit points, because like I said, if I switch to this guy, you'll see like the green plus 40, or the Burning Man like plus 25, so they'll gain hit points as well. And I think I've done everything that I can here. So, great. Now I just need to find my way back to... Well, there might be another section I can go to. Let's turn back into the mouse. Again, I probably should have... I probably should have looked up the guide. Or the suggestions of where to go and what order, but I didn't. Okay, I'm just gonna bounce. I only need one more shapeshift, and I guess I don't get it here. So the Mages Asunder. The Mages Asunder is actually my least favorite section. Because you fight a lot of mages, and the mages like to do all kinds of damage with their, like, area effects. But they will typically also fight each other, so that's something I may need to do here. Oh, there's another stat boost. Strength. So that's what I want. Increase my strength so I can use some better stuff. Eventually. So there's also a Fade section in Dragon Age 2, but it is super short. It's basically just a puzzle section.
Enemies approaching!
Well, and remember how I said I should have, like, let them fight each other? That was a prime example of that. Because they immediately launched, like, they just lead with Fireball. Oh, and I've got that, I believe that's that misdirection hex, right? Is that the one? Oh, vulnerability hex, okay. Yeah, so the misdirection hex is one I talked about at the beginning of the stream, where you always miss until it runs out.
We must not exhaust our supplies.
So these guys I don't think will fight each other. So, again, we'll turn back into our Burning Man. Yeah, if there's one good thing I can say about Dragon Age 2, is that they definitely did the right thing. Having the Fade section be like 5 rooms, 3 of which were like puzzle rooms. Because this is tedious. Oh, no, okay, these guys will fight each other. So let's let them do that, because I'm tired of getting my... I'm tired of getting the crap kicked out of me.
We must not exhaust our supplies.
And I think the other problem is, like, half of them will do fire damage, and the other ones will do, like, they'll do cold-based attacks. So, like, the Burning Man is immune to fire. Of course, this guy uses lightning. Let's actually switch over to our spirit and finish this guy off.
Fine thing we've done.
I also don't want to talk too much about Dragon Age 2 in this playthrough, because I want to have plenty to say when I get to that game. But yeah, the Fade section was definitely one thing that they definitely did better. And again, I think this is like thematically, this is interesting, right? To kind of go through and to see the sort of like Nightmare Realm kind of thing, where everything's like just twisted and not quite right. And you get a little bit of hello. Hello? Okay, there we go. The red dot was still on my map, so I thought there was still someone there. I think there's a third person that's going to pop out of nowhere to attack me, and that was not the button I meant to press. Yep, there he is, right on cue. So yeah, I think it's interesting from like a thematic standpoint. It's just a little too long, and it's not linear. And I honestly think that if they would have just made, it straightforward, where you go to these like 4 different places, you get a different shapeshift in each one, and then you go to the individual ones where your party members are to free them, and then fight the big bad guy. I think that would have been, it would have made this section so much more palatable or tolerable. And these guys are rage demons, so I'm going to stay in my burning form, so that for once I can be immune to damage. And I want to say there's a couple of waves of them that appear. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I get that they wanted to do sort of like the twisting, confusing nature of the Fade, but I think they did it a little too well. The confusing aspect of it, I should say, they did a little too well. Alright, so we're just gonna launch that fireball. See, I'm immune to fireball, but he still knocks me down with it. I don't know, that doesn't... Alright, people. Okay, I need to do that real quick like. And yeah, alright. How long ago was it when I did the safety save? Oh, actually, I think that auto-saved, right? Did that auto-save? It did not auto-save. It auto-saved when I came in here. Alright. God damn it. Visually, it's awesome. Terrible in practice. Yep, agreed. Alright, so we had a little bit of a setback here. I'm going to take like 3 minutes to go use the bathroom, get a drink of water, and I will be... I'll be right back. So, see you in a few minutes. Alright, so I am back, and you know what? I want to get through this section tonight, and I know you can make fun of me all you want, you can say all the horrible things. I'm switching the difficulty just so I can get through this, and I'll put it back to normal once we're done. But this is just, it's getting annoying. So remember when I said I didn't necessarily hate the Fade? I may have lied. So we're just gonna do this. Essentially what it does is it increases the damage that I deal, and I think it decreases the damage that the opponents deal, but I just want to get through it. Like, I don't want to get stuck dying over and over and over again. Although that may be amusing to some people on stream. It's not for me, so... I just want to get through this section. So I was hoping to complete the Circle Tower tonight, but I'm already 2 hours into the stream, and that's probably not going to happen. So at the very least, the least I can do is get out of the gosh dang phase. Completely acceptable. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, like, so the last playthrough that I did was on casual, just to go through the story. Yeah. I want to play through the rest of the game on, like, normal difficulty. I just want to get through this part, because this part sucks. Sucks more than I remember. And I am going to let them kill each other. So that door that I opened up and where I got killed at, like, that's another section where they will attack one another. But for some reason, like, they just didn't. They just immediately all came for me. I know there's a way you can open that door. Or trigger them fighting each other. Without them, like, seeing you or coming after you. Come on, I had you all lined up. That should have provoked an attack of opportunity, right? Alright, and person number 3. Oh, he's not even invisible this time. Good. Good. I could have sworn you could also pick up, like, healing potions that only worked in the Fade, but I might be confusing that. I might be confusing that with Awakening, because there is a section where you go into the Fade in Dragon Age Awakening, which is, like, the expansion to this game. And I want to say that those are where you get the Fade-only potions. Also, that Fade section, a lot better than this one as well. Alright. So I think that's them. Are they fighting each other? Alright, just kill you, and then retreat. Hit and run. No, don't run up. Alright. So, been so long since I played Awakening, I don't remember. So the Fade section is where you pick up Justice. I can't remember if you're, like, truly in the Fade, or if it's like the Fade, the veil between the Fade and reality has, like, becomes so thin that it bleeds over. Or maybe I'm just completely wrong. I mean, it certainly wouldn't be the first time, but I know, like, when you go through that section, that's where you find Justice, who inhabits the corpse of a different Grey Warden. Oh, no, okay, here's where they fight each other. So, I'm gonna let them do that. Nope. Damn it. Alright. Oh, the plus side, I think I caught them all in the fireball. Yep, it's 2 apprentices down. Okay, that went a lot better. That went a lot better. And that's a massive door, so I can't interact with that yet, but I should be able to once I go up here, right? Please?
Help me, please!
Alright. I'll help you. There's no friendly fire, right? Hey, someone to heal me. I think that's the other problem with this section, is you spend so much of it by yourself. Like, it's great for the experience, because, you know, it sucks to be the main character but be lower level than everybody else.
Help me,
But because you're...
please!
Oh, okay. I did. Catch up game.
Thank you.
There we go.
It is time for this dream to come to an end.
But because you're doing it by yourself, if you're not a mage with heal, it could be a real pain.
Find a way to kill all the demon lords to open the way to Sloth. Free us all from this nightmare.
All right, so we got our 4th and final shapeshift, which is the Golem. And the Golem is pretty awesome. Oh, those are both stairs. I want to say I came through this way. But I have everybody shapeshift now, so I should be able to complete everything. And so, yeah, so the, there we go. So yeah, so the Golem is pretty good. It also has like a ton of hit points. The only thing is it's a little on the slow side for movement. So I probably won't stay in that form unless I need to. Like right now. Like immediately after I drop the form. So these are the massive doors. I can't pick it, but I can. Hello? Oh wait, it's got to recharge. So that rock throw ability, you use that to open the massive doors. So the reason I couldn't do it is because it was recharging. But if I just select it now, it bashes it open. Whoops. Didn't mean to press that button, but that's fine. Let's just switch right back. I think there's a spirit. Yeah, so the other shapeshifts were giving me, like, you know, plus 40 hit points, plus 25 hit points. This guy gives me an extra 200 health, which is gonna come in real handy. But he's also, like, he's kind of slow. His attacks are slow. And fighting these golems isn't actually that tough. You would think it would be, but it's not actually that tough. But before, like I said, I just want to make sure I don't miss too much. Alright, this calls for shifting back into the... So it's hard to stun them, but you can do... Okay, come on, people. Oh, I also... crap, I completely forgot, but I think I was able to download the Stone Prisoner to get Shale in the party. In between things, so... Wow. And it's moved me at it to stop my... Alright, here. Let's just try to deal with this here. Remember how I just said the stone golems weren't that hard to fight? It's a little different when you're not one-on-one. But here's another font of strength, which is great. Because like I said, I want that strength as much as I can get it. Another bonus experience points here. Actually, how close am I? Probably nowhere near. But just want to see how I'm progressing. Yeah, still got a ways to go. But, like I said, that should be enough to put me ahead of the rest of the party members, so... That's good. Alright, so now I just keep going through the massive doors. Like this one. Shale is a great party. Shale is like the best party member. I don't quite know what it is. Oh yeah, these guys are going down. Ah, come on. Paralysis. Wow, one's just dead. I didn't even do anything. Alright. Yeah, Shale is my favorite party member of all in this game. Like, I love Alistair, I love Morrigan, but I absolutely love Shale. Shale reminds me a lot as well of HK-47. Like, they're both those constructs that don't understand or like human beings. Right, like, HK-47 refers to everybody as meatbags, and, like, Shale talks about how the constant waggling of the tongue bothers her. I don't know. I just love those kind of characters. They have some of like the most like personality. I guess maybe the reason.
No order shall be given.
But I don't know. I just think they're really well done. So I'm hoping that it's downloaded now. If it is, as soon as I get out of the Chantry, or the Circle of Mages, I will be going back to see. See, my last playthrough was Shale standing the dog. Okay. That was a mage, the perfect bodyguard. So, I almost never have have the dog in my party. And I love the dog. The dog is a great character. Has some great moments, like, in between when you're at the camp, like how it interacts with the other party members. But I never usually have it in my party. The only time it's in the party after you first get it, for me at least, has always been at the end of the game, where you have to split your party members into two groups. All right, we're getting there. We are getting there. Is this the one that turns into a mouse and runs away? Okay, no. Cool. So these are these are like the sloth demons, bodyguards, I guess. So each of these sections has one. and as you defeat them, it weakens the barriers that prevent you from getting to the Sloth Demon. So, as you can see, like the different white dots here, they represent levels I can access. The black dots represent ones that I cannot access, and the ones outside of this, like, you know, pentagonal area, this section here, that are just called a nightmare. Those are where the other party members are, so I can eventually start to free them. They don't accompany me. They don't accompany me as I'm going through the rest of the sections, but they do appear for the final fight. Alright, so this... Oh, I think I forgot to get you. So this should be back where I got the shapeshift. And that's a massive door. So we're nearing the end of this, if I can stop moving while I'm trying to shapeshift. Which is good. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how I feel about... I gotta switch to the Burning Man, because I believe this section just starts catching more and more on fire. So the Burning Man's immune to all that nonsense. And I'm just gonna drop a fireball right there. Okay. And then cone of fire, which everybody dodged. Because of course they did. But that's fine. We're almost getting there. So yeah, I mean, depending, I might try to finish the tower tonight. We'll see. I will probably keep the rest of the stream on casual just to get through and try to finish it, because I would kind of like to go back to Redcliffe and, you know... I would like to end this stream having accomplished something, more than just getting halfway through a section. Fireball at your feet, classic D&D. Oh yeah. Yeah, just hope that your saving throw is better than theirs. Mine wasn't, though. I got knocked down and one of the other guys wasn't, so. But it's a gamble. I didn't take damage, right? I was immune to the damage. So why wouldn't you? Alright, another one of these, another ogre fight here, but this time I'm almost the same size as the ogre. Like, you see how much slower the attacks are? They do pretty decent damage, though. So I guess it's not too bad. But yeah, yeah, I might actually, like I said, I might actually try to finish the Circle Tower tonight. Might be a long stream, but we'll get through it. Templar's Nightmare or Burning Tower. Let's go to the Burning Tower. Finish that one up. I like to put the Templar's Nightmare off as much as possible because I hate it. Like, all the portals and stuff is just annoying to try to get through. And make sure there's nothing else that I can interact with. Nope. Well, and then immediately have to switch to Burning Man because there's a fire barrier there. Alright, so these guys are also on fire, so I don't think my fireball's going to do anything. So let's just go through and attack them. Oh, I got stunned. So I guess one of the questions that I want to ask is that if I do Dragon Age, if I do Awakening, well, not if, but when I do Awakening, do you want me to use the same character and just port them over to that scenario as well? Or do you want me to make a whole new one? I mean, I kind of wanted to maybe do a different character, but at the same time, it might make more sense to keep this one. So we'll see. But I guess the question is, what do you guys think I should do? So yeah, that went a lot faster. So once we get... once the game catches up, yeah. So once we get all the shapeshifts, like, it does... you do fly through things. So here we go. So we actually have a nightmare unlocked. So you know what? Let's actually go there. And, yeah, let's do it. I normally say them for last because it doesn't matter, but... say port people over. Yeah, I think I'll port over for Awakening, but there's a couple of other DLCs like Witch Hunt and like the Golems of Angmark or something like that, which I have both, and Liliana's Song, but that's like preset characters. So if I do those on stream, I might actually just make a new character for those, and then it's like a compromise. So here we are in Wynn's Nightmare. So she is looking around and she sees all these dead mages at her feet, and she's blaming herself. And I'm going to try to talk her out of it.
How can I disbelieve what I see, what I hear and smell and feel? Death. Can you not see it? It's all around us.
Both are interesting. How high can they go? Like in terms of levels? I want to say with Origins, you usually end around 24th, maybe 25th level. And then each of the other ones, like, you can just keep... I don't think there's a cap on your levels, or if there is, it's high enough that you'll never accomplish it. But each of the other ones, like, if you port your character from one to the other, to the other, to the other, you can stack all, like, the levels and stuff on top of each other. But it might be fun to try a different character as well for like the Witch Hunt and the Golems DLC, because they're quite a bit shorter. All right, what can we see here? Yeah, you're in the Fade.
What was I spared, if not to help them?
So you need to relax, Wynn.
Now that I have failed in the task that was given me, leave me to my grief. I shall bury their bones.
So Awakening is like a full-on expansion. So like the Witch Hunt and the Golems of whatever it's called, those are like little DLC stories that they might be a couple of hours each. But Awakening is like a full-on like 16+ hour expansion. So with Awakening, you go through you gain quite a few levels, and they add like new abilities. Each character,
disregard for
each character class gets like new abilities they can do and spells, and you can also, I think there are potions that you can buy that allow you to respec your character too. So I might end up doing that just to change a few things around. But yeah, the Awakening is a really cool story, actually. I really like the story in Awakening. And Awakening kind of impacts Dragon Age 2, so I definitely want to get Awakening on stream before I go into Dragon Age 2, because there are characters that transfer over. And it's important to sort of know what they were like before you get to Dragon Age 2.
I do not know what you are trying to tell me. Why must you make this more painful?
Kamikaze Kid Awakening was the first, or Awakening was the first really big expansion I ever played. Yeah, me too.
Nowhere to be found.
I guess because like before this came out, like I was never a PC gamer.
I do not know what this will accomplish, but
so like expansion packs were never something that I was familiar with, because like, you know, before it was all like Nintendo, Super Nintendo, N64, you know, GameCube. So all the stuff I had before I got my 360, there was no like internet connectivity, there was no DLC or stuff like that for it. So Awakening was the first big expansion I ever played too. I did have the Elder Scrolls Morrowind Game of the Year edition, which had its expansions included, but I never played it enough to get to them.
Don't leave us, Wynn. We don't want to be alone.
Just a second, I just gotta take a drink here.
Holy Maker, stay away, foul creature.
Having not streamed last week, my voice is just trying to cut out on me. Yeah, I told you that wasn't real. The corpses don't usually get up and talk to you.
Embrace of the earth. Do not fight it.
Oblivion. Okay, the second one you ever did, Oblivion, Shivering Isles. Yeah. Well, I think so. Kamikaze Kid, I think you know my Oblivion story and why I stopped playing it. So I know a lot of people love Oblivion, and it's cool. Like, it's an interesting game. I enjoy like the dialogue system where you can influence people's like attitudes and behaviors and stuff. Yeah, you do. So
where are you going?
Something happened in the game that I thought was so stupid, and it annoyed me so much. And I admit now, like looking back, it was a huge like overreaction on my part. But every once in a while, we're entitled to overreact to something. And in the grand scheme of things, it was pretty harmless. But I was on this mission, and you were going through with these guard members, like these city watch members, I think it was. And you were raiding something. This section sucks. And so you were raiding something. And as I was going through, I was attacking these enemies. And you have like light attacks and heavy attacks. So I was winding up for this heavy attack on an enemy. And one of the frickin' guards walked right in front of me the second the attack went off. Like, it was point of no return, but there was just nothing I could do. Like, I let go of the trigger to attack, the swing was happening, and this guard walked right in front of me. And I'm being dumb. I need to use the mouse holes here. So he walked right in front of me, and he got killed because his hit points were almost gone. So he literally, I think I just said I had to use the mouse hole, and I didn't. So he died. And it's like, okay, well that sucks, right? But that happens in video games. Like, I played Halo a lot, and, you know, you're used to Marines, like, walking in front of you as you're, you know, unloading on an elite or something like that. So, you know, I didn't think too much of it. And the guards I was with didn't complain about it. Like, they didn't say anything. They didn't try to fight me. We just completed the quest and, like, thank you for all your help. And I went on my merry way. And so I explored around for a bit, and eventually I went to a town literally on the other side of the map, like of the world map, from where I accidentally killed this guard. And the first thing that happened to me was the guard, like the guard at this town gate, walked up to me and immediately arrested me for the murder of another guard halfway across the countryside. And I was just like, you know what? Because I was playing sort of like a roguish character, so I had a lot of gear, a lot of stuff on me that I pilfered, so to speak, and it was all gone. Like, so I just said, the heck with this, and I remember I immediately just said, all right, we're done. Turned off the Xbox, took the game out, and then like 2 days later, I went to my local EB Games to pick something else up, and I traded in my Oblivion game. Again, huge overreaction. They tried to brush it under the carpet. Yeah, I mean, the people that I was with totally did. But, yeah, it was just like, to me, that just felt like really bad design. Because, like, there's no way that those guys should have known. Like, had I gone back to the town where I originally got the quest, I would have totally understood. Like, you know, getting arrested and everything, and you know, and I would have accepted responsibility. But it was nowhere near there. It was a completely different set of guards. I don't know. It just felt... I don't know. It just felt kind of like... I don't want to say bad game design, because I don't think that's entirely fair. But it was BS, and I was just done at that point. I did actually re-download it on my on my Series X here, because I wanted to give it another try. And I was enjoying it, but I don't think it didn't hook me. Like, I didn't feel that I had to keep going. Like, I just didn't get into it. And I felt kind of the same way with Skyrim too, and I know that's going to sound like heresy. Okay, so this is the fight where, like, so the protector, the Sloth Demon's protector, she's going to turn into a mouse and run away. So I need to turn to a mouse and chase her through this mouse hole. But yeah, so I was like, so Skyrim, I had it for the 360. Actually, I have it again on the 360. I did repurchase it because I was able to pick it up for like $10, I think, from Walmart. But so there's a lot of Skyrim that I liked. Like, I had a lot of fun playing it. I went through, and it kind of like took over my life for a while. But I learned pretty quick with Skyrim, never take anyone with you on a mission. Yeah, always go, yeah, because they suck. The AI partners are terrible. They'll always walk in front of you. They'll always get themselves killed. But the thing that kind of bugged me about Skyrim was there were story sections of the game where it felt urgent. Like, you know, you have to get to this town, or you have to get to this city because it's being attacked by a dragon, right? And that's fine. The problem is like, something like that should have had a timer. You know, there should have been a countdown as to how long you could screw around before you fail the mission and like that location gets destroyed or something. When I played through The Witcher 3 on my Switch, it was the first time on one of these like home console RPGs where I failed missions, and I was like, whoa, like you can do that. Because in Skyrim, so at one point there was like, oh, this dragon's attacking, we need to get there right away. But then I spent like 20 hours running around doing other stuff. And then I finally got there and the dragon just arrived, right? Like, that kind of took me out of the game a little bit.
The same reason they call you the Warden. We've been days in this place.
Maxed out Skyrim twice, 360 and Xbox One, yeah. So I beat Skyrim once, and then I never felt like playing it again until like a year or so ago when I saw it for $10 and picked it up. Maybe it was part of a Black Friday sale, actually.
Let it wait.
Feed it the car, Shock's cooking.
But yeah, like I started a second file, and it's like, yeah, I'm not really interested in getting back into it.
This is a dream. I'm not a fool, Warden.
I don't know. I like open
off.
world stuff to a certain extent, but I also like
so entertaining, Kadan.
a story that's it's linear, but lets you kind of like do things in the order that you want, I guess. Like, that's why I like Origins as much as I do. Because like, you know what you have to do and you go there, and there's little things you can do on the side, but they're usually like, you can usually do them on the way to somewhere. Whereas in Skyrim, it's like you can totally just get distracted chasing like butterflies around, you know, for an hour, or, you know, going out and picking flowers for, you know, for recipes or potions or stuff, or just deciding that, hey, I'm gonna go raid all these giants' homes, right? I don't know. It never felt like there was a real sense of, like, it just never felt like there was any real stakes.
Here or Lothering or Orlais,
in my opinion, I guess. I don't know. I know there's a lot of people that love Skyrim, and if I say something bad about it, they'll get mad at me. But it's just my own opinion. If you love the game, then that's great. And I think, you know, I want these things to be successful. So, and obviously Skyrim is definitely successful. But yeah, just because I didn't get into it as much as other people, it doesn't make it a bad game. It's just not a game for me.
Revenge. What good does that do them? Their corpses will not taste it, or share in the victory.
I just gotta take another drink of water here. Just bear with me.
What is this anyway, Stu? It's bread.
Of course it is. Rational men would call this despair.
I did. You can't abandon your post.
Stand aside. I would hate to see you all die again.
No, we won't let you leave us again. Something comes.
So what's kind of neat is that some of the characters are fully aware that they're in the Fade. Like, Sten's one of them. I think Morrigan's another one.
And yet this gives me no peace. I wish to leave this place.
Kamikaze Kid, gotta go, brother. Enjoy the rest of this. Talk to you soon. Yeah, thanks for hanging out for a bit, man. I really appreciate it. Are you streaming tonight as well? Because if you are, if you're still streaming when I wrap this up, I'll try to pop in for a bit. Right, and the last one here is Alistair.
Hey, it's great to see you again.
Not tomorrow night. Okay, cool. Well, I'll see you. I'll pop into your stream tomorrow night anyway.
My sister.
Anyway, thanks again, man. I appreciate it. It's always great to chat with you. And yeah, I'll annoy you to death in your stream tomorrow night.
Oh, that's what everyone says about their relatives. But I've never been happier.
I'm overjoyed.
So while Sten was aware of what's going on, Alistair is super oblivious.
I don't think I'll be coming. I don't want to spend my life fighting, only to end up dead in a pit along with rotting darkspawn corpses.
Well, Alistair, is your friend staying for supper?
Say you'll stay. Goldana's a great cook. Maybe she'll make her mince pie. You can, can't you?
Of course, dear brother. Anything for you.
Yeah, this version of... what's actually kind of funny is I haven't gotten Alistair to talk about this individual yet, but the dream version is a lot better for him than the real version.
You're acting really strangely. All right, if it makes you happy. It's a little fuzzy. That's strange.
Alistair, come and have some tea.
No. Wait.
Here we go.
I remember a tower. A circle. It was under attack. There were demons. That's all I really remember.
Yep. There you go. Sloth demon.
Are you saying this is a dream? But it's so real.
Is it?
Of course it's real.
Is it really
now,
real?
Up before supper and
Something doesn't feel quite right here. I think I have to go.
Alright.
He is ours, and I'd rather see him dead than free.
I think that's cool.
Well, that was over the top, don't you
As you say,
Oh, yep, and there's more up here. Okay, and sometimes it takes the game a little bit to catch up with what's actually going on.
I can't believe it.
That's how he wants her to be. Yeah, it's actually kind of sad. Because, I mean, we'll see it. Hopefully, we'll see it.
Yes. Well,
but like his expectations for what he wants his reunion with Goldana to be and what it actually ends up being. It's actually kind of sad, and it's a moment where I don't know if it's a mechanic in the game or not, because I've never really done it, but you can do things that will cause the character, like especially Alistair, to become hardened, and I think if that happens, essentially what it does is I think it changes what he will like react to positively, I think. But like after you talk to Goldana, there's a moment where you can try to get Alistair to become hardened, like his personality. I've never done it. I've never had the heart to do that to him. But anyway, we're about to finish the gosh dang Fade. So this is the boss fight against the Sloth Demon. You can come here solo. You don't have to have your party members with you. However, I've never done that. I've always rescued the party members, and they'll pop out here in a second.
What do we have here? A rebellious minion? An escaped slave? My, but you do have some gall.
I sure do. Several corpse skulls, actually. It's in my inventory.
You all have to go back now.
Nah.
Oh, here I am. And there you are.
And they just pop in. That must be inspiration for how enemies appear in Dragon Age 2, was that scene.
I have had enough of cages.
You will not hold us, demon. We found each other in this place, and you cannot stand against us.
If you go back quietly, I'll do better this time. I'll make you much happier.
So this is one of those like non-choice choices, where no matter like you can't accept the offer.
Think about someone other than yourself. I'm hurt, so very, very hurt.
Oh, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. That's the worst kind of crime. But yeah, no, we're just gonna kill you.
Me, so be it. You will learn to bow to your betters, mortal.
Even more dark.
Okay, so this fight again is a little. I'm not gonna say it's annoying. It's kind of neat. He takes on multiple different forms, and he did the charge twice in a row again. I've never seen him do it like that quickly, one after the other. But yeah, like you actually have to go through and defeat several different forms. And of course, each time you defeat a form, he unleashes this shockwave thing that knocks everybody down. So when you see the boss health bar, like the orange beam, and it's like, oh, this might be rough, but it's honestly not that bad. Because essentially each form has only like a fraction of the full hit points. So I think this is the true form. Nope. Okay. Here's the true form. I do also have my shapeshifts here, but I don't feel like using them.
I've lost concentration.
There we go. So that was the Fade. It only took 149 minutes to... Well, no, that's not true. I didn't spend the whole episode in the Fade, but I feel like that took like 2 hours to get through.
When you return...
Which overall, I guess, really isn't that bad. The problem is that it feels like twice that length. Yeah, so anyway, the long story short, Niall here, he's dead.
I cannot go with you. I've been here far too long.
He's been in the Fade so long that the Sloth Demons basically just destroyed his body.
Your body won't have wasted away in the real world while your spirit lays in the hands
of... Even though his body doesn't look that different.
Every minute
we'll be
I was
nice.
Here, the Sloth Demon was feeding off of me, using my life to fuel the nightmare.
Good kill, yeah. Thank you. So once you have all your party members, it's a little bit easier. I do kind of wish that once you rescued a party member that they could just go with you. Again, that might also make things a little bit easier, but you have like the doors and the barriers and stuff like that. But all right, let's get out of here.
For us both to be on our way. Remember the litany of Adrala. The circle is all that matters now. Thank you, and goodbye, friend.
Alright, so we are getting near the end of the Circle of Mages. And, yeah, I think I'm going to finish this. So there's the Litany of Adrala. That is something that I'm actually going to assign now to... Yeah, crap, that did use my real potions. That sucks. So yeah, actually, I'm not gonna assign it yet. I'll assign it in a moment. But we got through the Fade. We're done with that. We can finally move on and finish the rest of the tower. And actually, I think the scene with the Templar and the Desire Demon, that actually might be on this floor. Maybe. So we might still get to see it. Oh, and the Drakes. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I think I know one of the first things we're gonna do. Ow. In next week's stream. Although next week's stream, like I said, is going to be a day early. So I'm gonna. I kind of wish. I'm just gonna reschedule it on Twitch and then change it back the following week. But yeah, because next Wednesday I might be feeling like garbage. I'm gonna do the stream Tuesday night instead. Here we fight some little dragonlings. They're little baby drakes. They're kind of adorable. I kind of wish I didn't have to kill them. I need to go back to that drake. Because I need to get its stuff. So, the drakes in particular, I don't know why, but they have this thing where after you kill them, it can take quite a bit of time for their it to actually spawn what their loot drop is. There's some potions. I think I just got like 6 potions from that. That's awesome. So yeah, so if you play through this game and you kill a drake and it looks like it didn't drop anything, honestly just walk away from it for a bit and then come back. Don't leave the area to a different map, but just walk away a few feet and note that the Templar thing was on the bottom floor below. But yeah, walk away for a little bit and just put some distance between you, and then you should see them actually do the sparkle thing, like this over here where the pile of rags is. Because there's been a couple of times where I didn't realize that and just thought that the drake just didn't drop anything, so I missed out on some stuff, on some drake scale.
What now?
Okay. I guess the one good thing is that I'm back up to 20 potions, so the game does a good job of restocking you after you go through the Fade. But personally, I prefer the idea of just having, Fade-specific potions. Because it doesn't really make sense that I'm using, physical potions and stuff in the Fade, where it's my spirit and not my actual body.
Try that again.
Well done.
Alright, Soldier Corpse. Did I not get any Templar armor? Oh, I did, okay. So I'm gonna give Alistair some Templar gear. That's all I got, huh? It's just the helmet. Oh well, I'll give him the helmet. It looks spiffy on him. You can get Templar armor here. I want to say that once you get Templar armor here, I want to say Bodon can sell you the rest. I could be wrong
trick
though.
Again? I know what you are. It won't work. I will stay strong.
The boy is exhausted. And this cage, I've never seen anything like it. Rest easy. Help is here.
Enough visions. If anything in you is human, kill me now and stop this game.
So this is Cullen.
You broke the others, but I will stay strong for my sake.
So Cullen was a part of the mage's backstory. If you played the Circle Mage, you get to interact with him before all this happens. He also plays a big role in Dragon Age Inquisition. And I like his character quite a bit. In the mage's backstory opening chapter that you play through, he's actually like really friendly towards mages, and he's really sympathetic towards them. This changes that a lot.
You can't save them. You don't know what they've become.
Yeah, I mean, I can't just kill them all.
By blood mages whose wicked fingers snake into your mind and corrupt your thoughts.
No, you don't understand. I put up a poll on YouTube and they told me to save the mages. It's really out of my hands here.
You have to end it now, before it's too late.
No.
Are you really saving anyone by taking this risk? To ensure this horror is ended. To guarantee that no abominations or blood mages live, you must kill everyone up there.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that.
That is your choice to make, but I beg you to consider what I have to say. You cannot tell Maleficarum by sight. Just one could influence the mind of a king, of a grand cleric.
Yeah, you know what? I'm
Turn
good.
his gaze on you. I hope your compassion hasn't doomed us all.
It hasn't. I'm sure of it. All right, so now I'm going to map. Whoops, wrong thing. So now I'm going to map the litany of Adralla to that one, because I'm not going to be able to stun this guy. So basically, what the litany does, I'll describe it as we get to it, because there's a little cutscene here we got to watch first. While I take a drink of water.
Do you accept the gift that I offer?
Look what we have.
Yeah, so the gift was to turn him to abomination. Now, I didn't want to talk during that scene, but the very first moment that you see this guy here, Uldred, like there's certain angles that they have him at. Like this is kind of one. He reminds me at this angle a lot of Damodar from the first two Dungeons and Dragons movies. I don't know why, it just popped into my head. It just kind of looked like him, minus the blue lips, obviously. But yeah, I'm just gonna cut right to the chase here. I'm gonna kill you.
If you must, it will just make my victory all the sweeter.
No, I don't think it will.
The litany. It will thwart Uldred's attempts to control the mages and win this fight for us.
Yes, thank you, Wynn, for saying that out loud. So what the litany does is there are mages around that he will try to start converting into more abominations. And the litany will just stop that from happening. Right, so there we see it. So one of the mages, he's trying to get to convert, so you see that aura around him. So I'm just going to do that, whoops, do that right now, and that will disrupt it, so I don't have to fight anybody else. I can't, because it has to be charged. There we go. Uldred has actually turned into a, God, what's the demon type? Oh my God, I can't remember. Pride demon, a pride demon. There we go. So that's what he was. But is there anything else I can... Nope. Okay. First Enchanter.
I'm too old for this.
Irving, are you all right?
I've been better. But I am thankful to be alive. I suppose that is your doing, isn't it, Wynne?
I wasn't.
I mean...
I had help.
Yeah.
The Circle owes both of you a debt we will never...
Or all four of us, technically. Plus Morrigan.
Templars await. We shall let them know that the tower is once again ours.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Guide me down the stairs. Curse whoever insisted the Circle be housed in a tower.
All right. Progress. So, I'm going to keep going a little bit, because that wasn't as long as I thought it was going to be. So, I'm actually going to go through and do the ritual to save Connor. Because that was another poll that I had put up. And just, I want to knock all the stuff out in this episode now, or this stream, I guess I should say. Because you have to go back into the Fade.
I am commander here, not you.
You have to go back into the Fade to deal with the demon possessing Connor. And I don't want to do the Fade again in another stream. It's a much shorter section, but I just want to get it done. And I can actually check to see if I can get that control rod for Shale in this stream. Yeah, no, I believe order has been restored because I need to save the mages.
The Circle will go on, and we will learn from this tragedy and be strengthened by it.
You got it.
We have won back the tower. I will accept Irving's assurance that all is well.
But they may have demons within them, lying dormant, lying in wait.
Cullen.
I have already made my decision. Thank you. You have proven yourself a friend of both the Circle and the Templars.
Okay.
I promised you aid, but with the Circle restored, my duty is to watch the mages. They are free to help you, however. Speak to them.
All right, and I shall.
Yes, Irving. For now, I will have to oversee a sweep of the tower. There may be some survivors, and we should do our best to tend to them. Please excuse me. And Irving, it is good to have you back.
I'm sure we'll be at each other's throats again in no time.
Those two are bros to the close.
Here we are, the tower in disarray, the Circle nearly annihilated. Oh, it could have been much, much worse. I am glad you arrived when you did. It's almost as though the Maker himself sent you.
Oh, not the Maker, but, you know,
the least we can do
these treaties.
Against the Darkspawn. I would hate to survive this, only to be overcome by the Blight.
All right.
You have my word.
So, in this situation, if you save the mages in the final fight, like the final climactic part of the game, you can call on mages to help you. And they'll be like part of the battle. If you choose to invoke the Rite of Annulment, you have the Templars instead.
But the Circle will do fine without me. The Circle has you. This man is brave and good, and capable of great things. If he will accept my help, I will help him accomplish his goals.
Sure. So this is, you know...
When there was adventure to be had elsewhere.
Why stay when I can be of service elsewhere?
Then I give you leave to follow the Grey Warden.
So I want to say that Ferelden's Circle Tower, it's a little more lenient than like where Kirkwall, the free marches, where the second game takes place. Because I mean, Wynne can just go with us instead of like having to stay in the Circle. So I guess like I said, either they're a little bit looser, or it's just one of those things where they kind of have to bend the lore a little bit to let you have the party member. It's also kind of, I always find it kind of funny that like if you play a mage, for example, although technically you're a Grey Warden, so you can get away with it. But in the other Dragon Age games, like if you play a mage, you could very well be an apostate, right? So you're supposed to be, careful about what you do and not expose the fact that you're a mage. But like you're always wearing robes, you carry these elaborate staffs. Like mages are super easy to identify.
I thought we'd all die here.
So I don't know. It's just like the aesthetics don't quite match the lore. But I will say I do kind of like the. I'll sell a bunch of this crud off here. I do like the lore of the mage circle and everything. Like I think it's a really cool concept of like the mages being horribly, mistrusted and posing a serious danger to people, right? So they kind of essentially get locked away, sort of thing. I do kind of like that bit of lore. I'll keep this stuff for now because I might be able to put that on party members. We'll get the health potion. I guess he doesn't restock, which kind of sucks. I can come back for that tome. But I'm also going to sell off the shock bomb and all these, like, all that stuff. I never use that. Let's see what else we got here. Alright, so the remarkable Malachite. Sorry, I'm kind of losing my voice a little bit here. I think that's a gift for Shale, so that sounds like good news. I got a ton of gifts here I can start giving away. Alright, so let's sell private documents. We'll sell the blank vellum. I'm keeping that one wolf pelt because that is for a quest. Alright, I think we're good. World map. Let's make our way back to Soldier's Pass. And let's just see if we can get that control rod.
I bring word, sire. There are demands from the Banorn that you step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you. I have arranged for a solution, with your leave.
The Antivan Crows send their regards.
An assassin? Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
So that is Zevran. Spoilers, I guess. I probably should have said that first. But here we are. Alright, Felix.
Oh, I don't think that mule's ever coming back. Wonderful.
Alright.
I don't suppose you'd consider simply just taking that rod off my...
Yeah,
just
please.
well.
I wanted to take it as well.
You'll find a golem in a village named Honleith.
Awesome.
Here, I'll mark it on your map. I've heard it might be dangerous there with all the Darkspawn about, but I'll wager that's not an issue for someone like you.
No, it's not.
Just hold up the rod and say Dulaf Gar. That will wake the golem up, so I'm told. I hope it works.
And if not, I'll be back.
Well, oh, then I really hope it works. Best of luck to you then. Now, I guess it's up to me to find that mule myself.
And we never saw him again. Alright, that is awesome. So I can get Shale, which is going to be how I start. Whoops, nope. Let's go.
As you wish.
Keep accidentally talking to people. World map. Yeah, so that's going to be what I'm going to do at the start of the next stream. But we're going to finish off here with Redcliffe Castle. So I believe one of two things are gonna happen now. Because I summoned the Trickster Whim, it's usually one of the first encounters that you have after leaving the Circle Tower. So I'm either going to encounter him or the ambush with Zevran. So we'll see what happens. And because the loading time on the Series X is super quick, I didn't get very far. So yeah, this is the ambush with Zevran. Once again, spoilers.
We need help. They attacked the wagon. Please help us. Follow me. I'll take you to them.
Okie dokes. This isn't suspicious at all. Oh, I gotta get that Litany of Adralla off there. Whoops. Talents. Dirty Fighting. Because the Litany is no longer in my inventory. I guess I was good enough to give it back. Off camera. Yeah. That was perfectly timed. That line of dialogue was actually for like a tripwire trap or a foothold trap. But man, that was... This dwarf's comedic timing is perfect. So this fight can also be kind of bad. She's a mage, so she's going down first. Because I am not dealing with that nonsense. And Zevran's already down. So there are traps, which they're moving before me, so... Oh, no, they actually... Come on! That sucks. I hit the button to disarm and it just walked right into it. I swear I could disarm traps. Yeah, man, Wynn's mana just... Okay, I got that one. I got that one. I got that. See? See, I can disarm traps. And not just walk directly into them. I proved something to myself. Okay, game. Alright, so this is a prospective party member, which is something that I didn't know the first time I played, and I just killed him. And then I found out later that you can actually recruit him into your party. So, I did promise Kamikaze Kid's wife that I would recruit Zevran into the party, because I didn't recognize her handle on his streams. So we're going to wake him up. If you kill him now, there's just nothing you can do. But if you wake him up, you can actually recruit him into your party.
Oh, what? I rather thought I would wake up dead, or not wake up at all, as the case may be. But I see you haven't killed me yet.
Nope, I haven't.
Ah, so I'm to be interrogated. Let me save you some time. My name is Zevran. Zev to my friends. I am a member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly. A rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Loghain, I think his name was. Yes, that's it.
So he just tells you everything.
I wasn't paid anything. The Crows, however, were paid quite handsomely, or so I understand. Which does make me about as poor as a Chantry mouse, come to think of it. Being an Antivan Crow isn't for the ambitious, to be perfectly honest.
So, I mean, I have to admit, he's a straight shooter, and I respect that about him.
Well, aside from a distinct lack of ambition, I suppose it's because I wasn't given much of a choice. The Crows bought me young. I was a bargain, too, or so I'm led to believe. But don't let my sad story influence you. The Crows aren't so bad. They keep one well supplied. Wine, women, men, whatever you happen to fancy.
That's
The
a
whole
subtle
severance
indication
package is
that
garbage, let's
Severin
admit it.
doesn't care.
If you're considering joining, I'd really think twice about it. I have no idea what his issues are with you. The usual, I imagine. You threaten his power, yes? Beyond that, no, I am not loyal to him. I was contracted to perform a service.
Which you failed.
Oh, well, that's between Loghain and the Crows, and between the Crows and myself.
And between you and me?
Isn't that what we're establishing now?
So when are you going to see him next?
If I had succeeded, I would have returned home and the Crows would have informed your Loghain of the results, if he didn't already know. If I had failed, I
Yes, this is a
would be
video
dead,
game
or I
after
should
all,
be,
and
at
people
least as far
usually
as the
discover
Crows are
that
concerned.
something has happened
No need to see Loghain then.
the second it happens.
Why not? I wasn't paid for silence. Not that I offered it for sale, precisely.
Fair enough. You also said you weren't paid at all, but...
Loyalty is an interesting concept. If you wish, and you're done interrogating me, we can discuss it further.
Alright, I'm listening.
Well, here's the thing. I failed to kill you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the Crows will. Thing is, I like living.
That's
And
fair.
You obviously are the sort to give the Crows pause, so let me serve you instead. To be completely honest, I was never given much of a choice regarding joining the Crows. They bought me on the slave market when I was a child. I think I paid my worth back to them plus tenfold. The only way out, however, is to sign up with someone they can't touch. Even if I did kill you now, they might just kill me on principle for failing the first time. Honestly, I'd rather take my chances with you.
Alright, welcome aboard.
You're taking the assassin with us now? Does that really seem like a good idea?
Don't worry, we could use him.
All right, I see your point. Still, if there was a sign we were desperate, I think it just knocked on the door and said hello.
I hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
Alright, thank you. I will see you back at camp. Alright, so we got some levels here. Yeah, so basically I'm gonna go back to Redcliffe Castle. We will take care of the demon possessing Connor, and then we will call that a night. And then next week, we'll start off with getting Shale, one of the best characters ever. Alright, so she needs... Which one's for mana here? Magic is a measure of a character's natural ability that arcanes, crucial for mages. Since it affects spell power score, magic injuries have a potion. Okay. So willpower. I think willpower is mana. Yep. So we're going to give you some points into that. And we'll put them all in willpower. Okay, yeah, so here's her spirit healer abilities. So revival is great because it can drop party members back up. Life ward plays protective ward. That one doesn't get used a lot, but the cleansing aura. So while this mode is active, waves of healing and cleansing energy emanate from the caster, restoring health to all nearby allies for a few seconds and curing injuries of allies very close to the caster. So that's the one I really want. But I can't take any of their abilities right now. And since I'm probably going to have Win in the party from this point forward, we need to start getting her some attack spells. So she's got all of those spells that I would really be interested in. I'm not interested in the glyphs or the spirit stuff at all, or really none of these things. Drain Life is the only one I'd be sort of interested in, because it, damages someone and heals the caster. One of these days, I might do a playthrough without touching the primal spells at all. But for now, we are going to use them. So we're going to start with Winter's Grasp. And I get to level myself up. Before I do that... okay. What are my stats? So 30 strength. I want to say that's close to enough. So I'm going to start increasing my cunning. And I'll put another point in strength. I want that to be high enough for... Oh, can I put another? No, I can't. So with those Drake scales, for example, there is a quest chain you can go through. That gives you like basically like dragon scale armor. So I want to be strong enough to wear the armor that gets made. And there's another weapon that I have that I currently can't use. Right? Oh, I can use it. Awesome. So we're gonna do that right now. So Blight Blood. And I can put three runes into it. But yeah, it's a better sword overall, and I just cleared it, basically. So it does more damage, has a better critical chance hit, better armor penetration, better strength modifier, and it does poison damage, which fewer things are immune to. So that's great, and we're going to give Alistair... we're going to give him Oathkeeper, so he has a weapon with stuff on it now. So that is cool. And Alistair disapproves by -3. You know what, buddy? We're gonna bribe you with stuff. How does that sound? We'll give you some. We'll give you a ring.
That's very nice.
Which fixed that altogether. Sten, I'm gonna give you the beef bone.
Have my thanks.
I don't know why. It just seems like something you would like. Wynn, I'll give you the white rune stone. Water-stained portrait. Man wearing furs and a heavy crown. Yeah, I might actually give that to Alistair as well.
Oh, thank you.
There we go.
Very nice.
Okay. And we got some other stuff there. Great. So now we'll get to the world map. I'm going to pop over to the camp and just put some runes on my weapon. And then we'll move to the final part of this morning's stream. Once again, I just want to thank everyone that's actually still with me, or that just popped in, or even for a moment or so. I really do appreciate it. Oh, I wanted to go to the camp. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know why I can't go into the Fade because I'm not a mage.
Blight, how will you end it? You say you are a Grey Warden. I have heard stories of this order.
What have you heard?
Great strategists and peerless warriors. That is what we hear of the Wardens.
So there are moments, I think if you get someone's approval up enough, there are moments where you go back to camp and it does stuff like this where it triggers like this sort of like automatic conversation. And you know what, Sten? I'm not here to impress you.
Not. It remains only to see what you are here for.
But you see, so yeah, that you would think that would be a response that he would not like, but that improved his thoughts towards me by +4. All right, so yeah, we'll talk to Sir Pupton as well.
I once heard a really old legend about how the Hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh.
The dog also has a lot of
like
personality.
You can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone. It's not cannibalism if he's eating it, you know.
Well, that's fair. Anyway, the Mabari are supposed to be like super intelligent too, so they play them up as they really understand sort of what you're saying, which is cool. I like that. Hello, Bodon.
Something you need? I'm sure either my boy or I can help you out.
Let's see what
I'm
you
sure
have.
you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
He says I get a discount, but I don't have the base prices to compare. So let's see. Is the... Oh, the Templar armor is not there. So I just missed out. Oh well. What I'm looking for are those. Yeah, I think that's good for now. But I also want to see, what he's got for runes here. Oh, that's expensive. So the Grandmaster Flame Rune, Expert Lightning. I might get the Expert Lightning. Is there Arcane Technique? Okay, I don't need to worry about that as much. That's for spellcasters only. So, what do I have for runes here? Novice, 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 Journeyman. All right, we'll get an Expert. We will get an Expert Lightning Rune. And then we're going to talk to Sandal.
Enchantment?
Enchantment.
Enchantment!
Oh, Sandal, you're the best of us. Alright, so Expert Lightning Runes going in there. And then what else do we have? So the Doomer Runes... get their names, so that gives me +2 spell resistance. +4 spell resistance, that's not bad. But let's throw in some more elemental damage here. So we'll put in a fire rune. And you can swap these out, right? Like I can swap to something else if I want to. They're not permanently in your weapon. Oh, Sten can have some runes as well. Let's give him that one, and we'll give him that one. Alright, cool. So now that we've completed the mages, the circle mage thing, you see these supply crates here. So once you secure one of the treaties, whoever you get to join you will send a representative. I'm not going to talk to them, I'm not going to bother, but basically you can put supplies into the crates, and it's supposed to have some sort of effect on their stats at the end of the game. It might be either the stats or the amount of people that you can call on. The circle mages, they want your runes. So I'm going to give them my novice runes. I'll give them the journeyman rune as well. Why not? So some will want the runes. You can get other people that want just like pure coin that you can throw in there. When you go through Orzammar, the dwarves will want gems. And I think with the treaty that you have with the elves, whoever you select from that, I think they want like some basic crafting supplies. Alright, so for our party, we're going to go with Wynne, Alistair, and I don't need another dual weapon rogue, I'm sorry, Zevran. And we're going to go with Sten. Accept. And then I guess I have to go into the map for some reason. So another thing, so since we completed one of the treaties, you can see Lothering now has a skull and crossbones over it. And if I press A to select it, you can't go there anymore. So Lothering basically gets destroyed once you complete any one of those quests, one of those treaty quests. So it doesn't matter which one you go to first. If you go to the Circle Tower, or if you go to Orzammar, if you go to the Brecilian Forest, once you complete that treaty, Lothering is gone. So, as I said before, in a previous stream, there is the Blackstone Irregulars mercenary group. They have a quest that requires you to go to Lothering. And if you don't go to Lothering before you complete one of those treaty quests, then you can never get that person. And that means that you can never complete the Blackstone Irregulars quest chain. They have a whole bunch of stuff that you can do sort of towards the end of the game, and you can't, you'll never get access to it if you don't complete the other stuff before it. So that's why I say, like, once you get that, immediately go to Lothering, give it to the person, and then you're done with that place forever because it gets destroyed. All right, Redcliffe Castle, and one last thing, and then we're gonna be done. So, because I put this up as a YouTube poll, we had to what do we want to do with Connor? We just the people spoke, and they wanted me to save Connor using the Circle of Mages, Lyrium, and not blood magic. Also, that unfortunate pile of bones right in the middle of the floor is just always going to be there, and I don't think I can actually... Oh, I can. Okay, cool. There are some times where you'll actually come in here, or you'll see something like sparkling like that on the ground, and you can just never pick it up. Alright, let's go.
I've told you the only thing I can think of.
The
that
mages
might
waits
help.
to perform the ritual.
So,
Oops.
tell me, how did you become a Grey Warden?
Damn it, Wynn. It's better than being cast as Tuttle Rat
of the
Norzimar.
strict caste system of the dwarves, and I apologize.
You had
for
mentioned that
saying
just...
this,
Yeah,
but it
so,
seems
again,
terribly backwards.
that's like a
Regardless
learn
of what
from
happened
my
in the
mistakes.
past,
The very first
I'm
playthrough
glad
that I
you found
did,
a place with the
I wasn't aware of
as
that,
I'm
so I didn't go to Lothering right away, and I was never able to finish that quest, and it drove me up the frickin' wall. So yeah, so learn from my whoopsies, because there are many of them.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to.
Yep.
That it will be all right. You
Uh-huh.
were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be.
Well,
Until
obviously.
you make a decision. I think
Okay,
I should
great. So I
remove-
guess I gotta talk to Irving. Here we go.
There you are. We have brought lyrium and begun preparations for the ritual. We can start any time. Yes, we haven't sufficient lyrium at present to send more than one mage into the Fade.
Naturally. All right, yeah, let's frickin' do
I'm
it.
glad we decided to take this route. This is really the best option.
Magic.
I
Very
know,
well.
Stan, but...
Who will go into the Fade?
Alright, so, if I select Morrigan, I think it forces me to go back to camp to get her. So Morrigan also is very, very, like, sassy when it comes to dealing with the character, with the demon. You can choose Jowan if you want. I never do. I think I did once, actually. But we're gonna go with Wynn.
Then let us begin forthwith.
Alright, so, yeah, this is definitely a lot shorter than the other. Jesus, Sten disapproves -10. That hurt. I guess I shouldn't have had him in the party. So, this is a lot shorter than the other Fade section, but they still draw it out a little bit.
Where are you? I don't understand.
So I have to talk to people here. So you can sort of see, like, just these ghostly apparitions walking around of Arl Eamon and his son.
You there? Have you seen my son? I can hear him, but I cannot find him. This blasted fog has me turning in circles.
Really? Because it looks like you're not moving at all. Try to get through to him. So, if you're playing as a mage and you go through with your main character, it generally gives you more dialogue options. If you have to send somebody else, you only get like these limited ones. So I'm going to try to get through to him.
You are in the Fade, my lord. A demon has you trapped.
Demon? Fade? Is my son in danger?
He is. But I will do my best to see that all of us emerge from this unscathed. Trust me, my Earl.
Yes, I trust you. We must help my son. But I can never find him in this fog. You must find Connor. Please, I beg you.
Yeah, so I guess I didn't really need to talk to him. But I thought I should anyway. So gather your party before you venture. I'm solo, but thank you. Oh, I'm gonna fix my spells though. So I want I want rock armor on. And then for spells, so I want the Arcane Lance, for sure. But let's go with... we'll go with Winter's Grasp. And we will assign that... we'll assign that one... No, you know what? I want that there. Earthquake, ooh. Although I think the Desire Demon technically floats. Or flies. So we'll put... Whoops. No, come on. Press the right buttons, Dave. So we'll put heal there. Stone Fist. Whoops. We'll put that one. And you know what? We'll assign Earthquake. Because I may not it may not be useful here, but if I ever have to switch to win because I screwed up and my characters died, I'll just have this sort of setup.
Who are you? Are you the one that made Father ill? Tell me now.
So we can be nice, ask where the demon is, attack, or leave. I think Morrigan actually has fewer options. I know for a fact I don't think she has the be nice option at all. So let's try that first.
Child, calm down. It's all right. I won't hurt you.
No! You're here to hurt Father. I know it. I won't let you.
Alright, so here's the Desire Demon. She fed on Connor's desire to keep his father alive. And we have to fight her several times. Again, that's like the sort of the drawn out aspect. Let's try this right now.
Running! Embrace me!
Yeah. So she's immune to Earthquake. But that's fine. Ugh. Oh. Well, I guess you can knock yourself down with Earthquake. So that's good to know. I honestly don't think I've really cast that spell before. I usually go for like the larger ones, like the Lightning Storm and stuff like that. So yeah, so we gotta chase Connor around a bunch. And I think we fight the Desire Demon like 3 or 4 times.
I'll help him. You can't. Why do you keep hurting me? Why are you trying to stop me?
Because you're a bad person.
Listen to me. I am just trying to help.
I will not speak with you! Trespasser! I will drive you out!
Alright, oh, but he's not immune to Earthquake. So let's do it! Oh, alright.
As you say.
So yeah, she heals for a lot. And we'll take care of the Rage Demon with the... So I think, I want to say they take extra damage from...
Get out of here!
From cold.
You have to get out!
Alright, let my mana regenerate.
Connor? Is that you?
That rock armor still takes a lot of her...
I will!
Still takes a lot of her mana. Wait, can I just keep going this way? No, I can't.
Get out of here!
I'll go this way. There we go. I think this is the one. I don't know if it really matters. I don't think it really matters. Okay, cool.
Father wanders, seeking me, trapped within my web. All is as it should be.
So actually, it's something I just kind of noticed, because I'm actually playing this with a headset on, is the voice seems to change a bit. So, like, when you first encounter Connor, it sounds like Connor, but this time you actually hear the demon's voice talking at the same time as Connor's, which is an effect I've always liked. But let's, you know what? Let's just cut to the chase.
It is time for you to go now. Do not persist, or things will go very badly for you.
I also love the fact that the demon's voice is slightly behind. It's just a really unnerving effect. Also, I don't know who the voice actress is, but that demon sounds a lot like Rita Repulsa from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, just there. Talk about timely reference, right? And I mean like Power Rangers from like the 90s, not the newer movie. Okay, so here I get to actually fight the demon for reals.
No more illusions. Now we meet face to face. You see my true form and stand in my domain.
I mean, I saw your true form twice already now.
And yet I have no wish to engage your power.
That was a little suggestive.
You be so eager to engage mine. Perhaps we should converse instead?
So you can choose to converse, and I think that just ends the quest. I honestly can't remember. I did it once with Morrigan. No, not with Morrigan. Sorry, I did it with Jowan. When the one time I sent him in. But when
there will be no discourse between
we're gonna
us,
go through with it here.
Alas, that is sad. Very well then. If you wish a battle, you will have it. Let us see if your power matches.
Oh man, the demon voice is super creepy with the headphones on, because you can hear even like the super low stuff. Okay, so here she creates multiple copies of herself. You have to kill. I think if you hit the wrong one. Yeah, okay. I think like it'll partially heal her a little bit. Oh, come on. Heal up. Freezer. Nope, she didn't. She didn't get frozen that time. That's fine. We've got this one. I think this will go all right. Nope. That's her. That's the real one there, right? Yeah. If you attack the fake ones, I think she heals a little bit. But if you attack the real one, she'll actually just fight you right away. And boom, we got her. Oh, that was a lot to go through to save a child that we never see again. Well, like, okay, I mean, we see him there. And so here we kind of have like the somber post-battle funeral here with the putting the dead on boats and then setting the boats on fire. Just a nice little animation. It shows sort of like the consequences of everything that's happened.
So it is over. Connor is his old self. He does not seem to remember anything, which is a blessing.
Oh, there he goes.
I suppose we will need to send him to the Circle of Magi's tower for training once the war is over.
I mean, technically you should send him like right now.
It's so odd to think of the boy as a mage, of all things. Eamon has much to mourn and rebuild should he recover. But at least he could be thankful that both his son and wife are safe.
Yeah, I did a good.
I can scarcely believe Connor is the boy he once was.
There is still the matter of Jowan. His poisoning Eamon began this whole mess, yet he lives. I must decide what becomes of him. We will hold him for Eamon to decide his fate. If he doesn't recover, Jowan's fate is sealed. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't care.
What do you mean? He is responsible for many of the problems here and is a Maleficar as well.
Yeah, that doesn't make it my responsibility to determine what happens with him.
Perhaps you are correct. But that is Eamon's decision, not mine. I'm sorry. Jowan stays in the dungeon for now. But our task is not done yet.
Whatever the demon did to my brother, it seems to have spared his life, but he remains
Sword Talon
comatose.
has amazing.
Cannot
Yeah,
live.
I really do like the cutscenes in the game. Although
ashes will save Eamon.
we're kind of reaching a point where there's not going to be too many more until we get to like the end of the game. There's whenever you complete one of the treaty missions, there's always like a cutscene with Loghain. But yeah, I do like the cutscenes. I think they've all been pretty well done.
Thank you. I am grateful for your eagerness to help restore my husband. Find Brother Genitivi, the scholar, in Denerham. He has been researching the urn's location for several years now. The knights that returned say they were unable to find Genitivi. But perhaps the Maker will lead you to him.
I must go to the hall and begin rebuilding. I wish you luck, and may the Maker go with you.
Well, if anyone's going to find him, it's going to be me. Alright, so there's some stuff we can interact with here. Just get some bonus experience. Oh yeah, so since I've got the Blight Blood or whatever the name of the sword is, you can see it's like got like the green mist or the fart cloud. Hi Connor, I'm not talking to you. I've gone through a lot. I think the vault is up here. Right somewhere. I have the key for it. There it is.
Finished.
They have 50 experience points for using a key. That's awesome. Alright, so we got some stuffs. Some more stuffs. Nothing great, but it's all stuff that you can sell. The heavy plate, actually the heavy plate's not bad. Let's go ahead and give that immediately to Sten. And that helmet no longer looks like it's doing the job here, so let's upgrade your helmet there, Sten. You deserve it. So why can't he use those? Doesn't have high enough strength yet. Good to know. All right. So, I know I said that I was going to wrap up as soon as we rescued Connor, but at the same time, I just want to just make sure I get everything that I can, because there's some more like chests and stuff. Just make sure I collect all that good stuff, and then we'll call it a night. Got some more gifts. Oh, I gotta see if there's some stuff I can give Sten here, because that minus 10 really hurt.
You have my thanks.
Wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be.
You have my thanks.
Ugh.
Unexpected. Thank you.
Okay, we got most of that back. Book about the Tranquil. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, nope, right there.
Task is finished.
Okay. Yeah, so like I said, in every stream I've done so far, at least on the Xbox 360 version, I don't know if the PS3 version does it, but if you bring up your radial menu, it will highlight everything you can interact with in a pretty decent radius. Notice they delegate a lot, yeah. So yeah, so it highlights everything you can interact with. It's a pretty decent way of making sure you didn't miss something. So that's why I do that. Like if she's just casually brushing, like scrubbing the floor when there's just piles of bones around her. And I don't think they ever go away either. It's great. All right, yeah. So there we go. We went through the Fade. It sucked, but we went through the Fade. We saved Connor, and yeah, I think that's a pretty good. I think that is a pretty good amount of progress for a single stream. So we're gonna call it here. We're gonna call it a night. According to the thing I can see, I've been streaming for 212 minutes. So, no, you know what? I'm going to do one more thing. And this should be the fight with the Trickster Whim that pops up here. Oh, but another cutscene. Oh, because we saved Connor.
Sire, I have more news. Yes. Well, it seems that the fighting has gone
Enough.
exactly as you...
I would like to know what you intend to accomplish, Father.
Yeah.
Should we not be fighting the Darkspawn instead of each other?
The nobility should be brought into line and then the Darkspawn defeated. This is no true blight, Anora. Only Kaelin's vanity demanded it be so.
Beg pardon, sire. But blight or no, we may not have the manpower to face the Darkspawn soon.
Kaelin approached your legions for support, did he
Never!
not?
Marek and I drove those bastards out! Not roll out the welcome for them now!
We need help, Father. We cannot
I
deal with this crisis.
feel like the
Ferelden will
dialogue
stand on its own.
is a
I
little
will get
faster
through this,
on this
you
this
must
system.
have faith in me.
Did you kill Kaelin?
Kaelin's death was his own doing.
I mean, he didn't kill Kaelin, but he didn't save him. Yeah, I don't know. I just... It seemed like that dialogue kind of... Oh, this isn't the Trickster Whim. It's the other thing. Okay. So that... Yeah, anyway, I'm not going to worry about that now. So this encounter actually has to do with the fact that when I was going through the Circle Tower, there were several copies of, like, this rare... I don't want to say... It wasn't a tome, but... like a manuscript or something, and there was like 5 different copies of this supposedly rare item, and now we are going to come up against the person who's been selling them.
A fellow traveler of the fair lands.
Oh, it is a tome.
Are you
Okay,
a
it is a
seeker,
tome.
perchance? My packs are light, but I have a tome of strange origin. The Deus V Eternus, rumored to be the last message to a sinful world from the Maker himself.
You don't say. Did you sell a few copies at the Circle Tower?
I have no idea what you're talking about, and neither do these large men carrying swords. Get them!
Enemies approaching!
Alright. You had your chance. Oh. Okay. I completely forgot that they have a mage that's up in like the sniper tower.
I shall do
So the spell that he cast was Chain Lightning, and that spell can be brutal because it just keeps bouncing, between party members, and it did a crap ton of damage. Like it took all of my characters down to near death. Well, not near death, but it did like over half their health. I think almost every single party member. All right, so we're gonna go to Denerim. I know I said I was gonna finish with the Circle Tower, but I'm just gonna do just one last couple of things.
Maybe this isn't the best time to be thinking about this, but I've something to ask you. Seeing as we're in Denerim now, I'm wondering if we might be able to look someone up.
Like Goldana?
I'm not talking about a friend, exactly. And no, it's not that sort of friend either.
Oh,
The
come on,
thing is,
Alistair, you can tell me.
I have a sister, a half-sister. I told you about my mother, right? She was a servant at Redcliffe Castle and she had a daughter. Only, I never knew about her. I don't think she knew about me either. They kept my birth a secret, after all. But, after I became a Great Warden, I did some checking, and, well, I found out she's still alive. In Denerim. She's the only real family I have left. The only family not also mixed up in the whole royal thing. I've just been thinking that maybe it's time I went to see her. With the blight coming and everything, I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to see her. Maybe I can help her. Warn her about the danger, I don't know.
Sure.
Could we? I'd appreciate that. If something happened to her and I never went to at least see her, I don't know if I could forgive myself. Her name is Goldana, and I think she remarried but still lives just outside the alienage. If we're in the area, then, well, it's worth a look.
Alright. So there's a bunch of stuff that we can do here in Denerim. We're not going to do it all right now, but I do want to go to one place in particular.
That's my sister's
Which
house.
is not this place.
I'm almost sure of it. This is the right address. She could be inside. Will she even know who I am? Does she even know I exist?
Did I just get sucked into this?
Very strange. Sister. Oh no.
Okay, no, cool. Okay.
Those are too small.
So I want to go into Wade's Emporium. So these are some of the best NPCs in this game.
Welcome, friend.
You'll see why.
Welcome to Wade's Emporium. We have the finest armors in Denerim, maybe in all of Ferelden. How may we assist you?
Can Wade make something with these Drake scales?
No, he can't.
Did I hear right? You, a man, you have Drake scales?
Sure do.
Look at this, Heren. It's real. Some never see a single scale in their lives. I must make this. Tell the, customer, is it? I'll drop everything to work on this immediately. Cost. I should be paying you, friend, for the right, no, the privilege.
Pay him? No, Wade, no. We'll
I mean, I'd be
charge
okay with that.
I'll hear nothing of that, Heren. This is my shop, and working on Drake scales won't cost a bloody Orlesian penny.
Okay, so there's a chain that you have to go through with Heren here, or Wade. Sorry, Wade. Heren is the person who is skeptical or doesn't want you to do all this. So you can essentially, with this one, you can get the armor made for free, but it's not going to be as good. If you pay the money, he'll make a. It can unlock the ability to make the dragon scale armor later in the game. We haven't fought a true dragon yet, but eventually we probably will. And he can make armor out of their scales, but you have to actually pay here in order to do that. So I'm going to give him 10. It's a lot, but I'm going to pay him the 10 sovereigns.
Excellent. You won't regret it. Think of the possibilities, Heren. Think of it.
I'm trying to stop. You're here about your order?
I've barely even begun and you're pestering me.
Oh, get back to work. Come to see our fine goods before they sell out?
Nah.
Come again.
I think I can just leave and come back in to get the armor.
Yes.
No.
As you wish.
I'll talk to you later, Stem. You do realize that as soon as
You're here about your order?
I've barely even begun.
Okay. Well, maybe I got to do some other stuff first. That's fine.
Come again.
But I will, in the meantime, steal that. Okay, so I just basically wanted to turn that in, trade that in. I was hoping to get the armor as well, but I don't. I might have to do something else or change maps and then come back. So this is where we are actually going to end the stream. So I just want to take a moment to thank anyone who popped in. And spend some time. Well, it's always great to interact, and even if you don't message or don't comment and just sort of pop in, watch for a few minutes, and pop back out, that's still incredibly awesome, and it means a lot to me. So I just want to thank everyone who took time out of their night or early morning, if you're in my situation, to spend some time on the stream. It really does mean a lot to me. And this will also be uploaded on YouTube within the next 24 to 48 hours. So anyone who didn't get a chance to see the whole thing, if you're interested in watching it like bits and pieces or whatever, it'll be up on YouTube. But yeah, I really do appreciate it. It does mean a lot to me. And I will see you all next week. Now, again, I won't be doing the stream, I should say, on the normal night. I'm going to do it the night before, because the normal night next week, I might not physically be up to it, where I'm getting my second needle. But I'll be streaming it starting Tuesday night next week at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. So once again, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully I'll get to see y'all, see you all in next week. I really do appreciate it. Sword Talon, thanks Dave, fun time. Talk to you soon. Yeah, absolutely, man. I really appreciate it. See you all next time. Take care.